That's going to be Potemkin versus Goldlewis. This is our third Potemkin on stream today?
Yeah, we had who was it? We had Charlotte, we had CZenith, and now we have NBNHMR. So too many big bodies on the stage. Too many.
Oh no, gosh. That's a quick one. The Secretary of Absolute Defense, your walls have been broken down.
Man,
Mr. Dickinson.
Watching NBNHMR learn Potemkin has just been like waiting for like the doomsday clock to tick down to 0. It's like, man,
it's 15 minutes to midnight out here.
Oh yeah, you know he's at the fundamentals, and now you're like, all right, once he gets that tech down, like he's gonna be a nightmare to fight.
Oh, eat these plus frames. Eat these plus frames.
Blocks on everything so far. Has only been eating the chip damage. Oh, got the correction. But there's going to be no hitbox there. Lasagna Slayer getting real lucky.
Lasagna Slayer, dog, it's Monday. You got to be watching out if you're Lasagna Slayer on a Monday.
There we go. 6-8-4. Gonna be the thing to close it out, tie up these rounds. And so far, these two are looking just about evenly matched.
The white wall assault -3 now. Oh, goes through the far slash. Lasagna Slayer takes the corner. We go burst for burst, meter for meter here.
Footsies, oh my goodness. For handsies, I don't know. I mean, not too many feet being involved in that 5H.
Oh gosh. And he got the tension right back. This Potemkin champion.
So nuts. Good blocks. Lasagna Slayer staying real patient. -3. Good RPS option, but even better coming out here from NBNHMR. Gets caught in the last few frames of that. And that is going to be what gets the first game into NBNHMR's corner.
Dude, Garuda Impact has like 1 million active frames.
Yeah, it's so gross. I mean, it feels like they have just been wanting Garuda Impact to just get so strong, right? Not only was it basically the only saving grace for Potemkin when he was pretty rough, but now they're like, all right, let's give it hard knockdown on air hit. Let's give it, you know, projectile properties. You could car it still. So crazy.
The knockdown here, going for those big setups. Plus frames. 6-8-4 RC. Tries to go for the throw there. NBNHMR fuzzing out with a quickness, and there's the armor to turn favor. NBNHMR trying to walk the Lasagna Slayer to the corner. No counter heat means no hard knockdown, but we get it off the slide head.
Looks like that's what we're gonna get. Going for the pop buster, goes for another one. Should be able to kill here. Those guts coming in handy.
Now that 6-8-4 MRA. Instant block, you gotta hold this green bubble. We forgot!
Oh no! Had so much meter to work with too. Maybe just forgetting about that chip damage kill.
Goldlewis just walking backwards the entire time. Potemkin is such a presence on stream. On a trade!
Oh my gosh. And then the hard knockdown properties of that 5H2, making that trade favorable for Pot.
Zoner Potemkin. Gets the knockdown here.
That Zoner moniker going away in an instant.
Oh gosh.
This should kill her with the HPB, and sure does NBNHMR, making quick work of that round.
Oh man. Oh. you got all this girth on you, but it don't matter.
Man, it makes you more susceptible to the buster. You're like, your hitbox is so much more forward that it actually works out of your benefit.
True, you're so wide you could get grabbed from further.
Those big boy mind games.
Bedman players crying in the corner.
Like, man, I'm so girthy, but I can't really do much else. I have no guts. What do I do?
Front starting tackle, okay.
It's the drone.
Just eliminates the drone too. That's wild.
Yeah, no, that's one of the pieces of you know, the scrolls for this matchup is that if that drone is level 2 or level 1, then it is an auto. That's basically an auto defuse for pot.
Plus frames on plus frames. Gets the run up. It's the knockdown. All those behemoths just swinging and swinging.
Kill here, great break to just reposition yourself for the kill. Nubenheimer finds himself on set point with the burst advantage as well.
Big swingers. Ooh, counter hit too. That gives a little bit of extra plus frames. Oh, was that reversal buster?
Yeah, like that looked like reversal buster. Wasn't able to get it out there. Potemkin, the deacon of the Church of Fuzzy Buster. So if you see those counter hits, you can generally be expecting that one.
Goldlewis offense fundamentally flawed.
That's what it's looking like right here, the way that Nubenheimer's been blocking this out. The defense has just been so good.
This is like a one interaction round here. Lasagna Slayer has the burst, calls in the big space laser.
Oh man, and I guess just wants to get out of that round. Had a chance to get out of there with the FD, but I guess just not remembering either.
Saving it for the next round, right?
Gotta save it for top 48. One of the first qualifiers so far to get into that next phase of the bracket. And we are already at a stacked point, regardless of the fact that we haven't even gotten out of pools yet.
It's our regular weekly major, dude. Oh, here's the knockdown. Good positioning here. 5P whiff, able to get the burst out. Oh, no matter what happens, that Garuda stays out.
That's so crazy. What a smart play by Nubenheimer to remain plus and make Lasagna Slayer waste that 50.
The knockdown here off that backdash attempt. OTG spends the security. Lasagna Slayer, that's one on the board here.
Not even gonna need that OTG either. It's just, which is so crazy to think about, right? It's like now you don't even gotta touch the floor. I'm just gonna do security cancels to my heart's content.
Dude, sometimes I forget about it, but every time they swing that coffin a little faster, it's a little scary. It's a smidge terrifying.
Yeah, like I mean, even though, you know, it's like once you kind of learn how to block it, it gets a lot less nightmarish. It's still so easy to, you know, like mess up that fuzzy, you know, or just get hit high when you're not looking. There's so many options here that Goldlewis gets access to with that change.
That big coffin is always scary, but these big machine gun hands, they're pretty scary as well. You can block in time for that? That's insane.
Minigun is quite good. Ooh, what a speed there from Lasagna Slayer.
Little alien guy, give him some breathing room. So meaty. That was so meaty!
I was gonna say, like, the rare time when you see 624 being used in that instance, but you know, so much meat. It very much is a tribute to the rest of this matchup. The two big boys.
This is the deli counter right here. It might as well be. I tell you, this is big meaty men.
I'm still thinking back to this comment I saw earlier. I forgot who said it, but they were like, we just have the screen zoomed out to like KI levels, and it's had me roll into my head ever since.
You can imagine cinematic supers that play along with the Guilty Gear OST.
It'd be so fire.
That'd be sick. Daisuke, you have a new game coming out. Give you that idea for free. Oh, we give you this counter hit for free.
Love that. No commission needed. Oh my gosh. The Garuda PRC gives Nubenheimer enough time to block. The backbreaker is out, and the round and set are in the favor of Nubenheimer. We're going to be seeing you in top 48 winner side.
Dude, lasagna slayer, lasagna slain. Garfield was spitting. That's all I'll say. Garfield was spitting. Yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. We have our next match coming up. Roiyariti, I'm gonna hopefully I pronounced that correctly, versus Shockjoc. That's Faust versus Eno. This is sort of a very strange matchup. Sort of from both sides. I wanna believe. I've played a good amount of Eno in my days here. She's so good at changing how she attacks at different angles, but Faust is very tricky in how he covers different angles. So I think it's going to come down to how these players can interact with the items, how Shockjoc, I believe is the Eno player, is going to be able to move around the items, and how the items influence what a Roiyariti is going to, what normals Roiyariti is going to press.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, I have been in my Eno phase recently. I think that this matchup is, I guess strange is the right word, but honestly, I would try and throw it a bit more into Faust's favor, just because of the power and the speed of his anti-airs, right? It makes it so that if you try to go for some of that reset pressure on the heavy slash, as you see there, getting beat out there by the jab, it makes it very difficult, especially if the Faust player is on his stuff.
Yeah, but you really have to be paying attention on defense against Eno. She's just one of those characters that makes it so hard to defend once you've gotten knocked down. And there's the knockdown here. Back to neutral setting here with the wall break.
Like that, Roiyariti covering the punish with an RC. Gets a little bit too cheeky with it though. Now on this side, the offense is going to go to Shockjoc. Taking Roiyariti all the way through the wall, man. This new corner carry from Eno.
Since Season 3, the access to Mad Love Agitado and Red Wild Assault, and now in conjunction with the way that they changed her Chemical Love, she just breaks the wall off of just about any hit. You either got 2K2D, hard knockdown with heavy stroke the big tree, or you break the wall. That's just sort of how she plays now, and it's so impressive.
We're getting those accents of Exert Eno, gets the touch out the high or low, you find yourself in the corner fighting for your life. So it's really interesting to see that that's the direction they wanted to bring back in this game.
Very conservative on their usage of burst. Shockjoc is just being so patient here, and rather than going for guaranteed opportunities on the burst. And here's the last opportunity.
I don't know, saving it till the very last minute. Might not want to play that Faust neutral, which I completely understand.
Yes, there comes the blue Wild Assault, just changing up our block strings a little bit, blocking that 2H, or blocking those heavy slash buttons. It's indicative of a special cancel of some sort. A lot of the time, Faust players will either just try to escape, try to send out an item, but when they try to go for something like mix off of it, there's a bit of delay there, so that usage of blue Wild Assault is something that a lot of Fausts like to do to just keep you on your toes when on defense. There's a quick burst there. We want nothing of that.
Yeah, I like that. It's like we see the dichotomy of the burst usage between Roiyariti and Shockjoc. It's like, all right, you have one side, like, all right, get me out of here as soon as possible, and then Shockjoc is willing to hang on to it till the end.
Yes, we're out of the corner too. Great usage. We're just keeping Shockjoc stuck in the corner. Oh, we didn't build the RC.
No
Very
punish.
not safe.
Yeah, but no punish there from Shockjoc. Keeps Roy in this thing.
Go through the wall. Is that enough? Decided not to. And the OTG takes it out. Got the children coming, just stomping on the grave.
Quick start here by Roiyariti. Doesn't have any burst to his name, but honestly, just one jab, 1, 2, or 5K could get him out of here for the better.
And the resources, there's that 2H. God, I love that button. Eno players, I feel like Eno players forgot about 2H. 2H was such a good button when she was so bad.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it's almost timeless, right? Just that strong low disjoint covers a lot of space in front of you. It always has its purposes, even no matter the character's strengths.
That's a very, very wild burst from Roiyariti. We're going to this last round without access to any sort of defensive resources. Just goes for the heavy stroke the big tree A.B.A situation through the wall here.
Right, gotta see what Shockjoc can do to try to continue this offense on Roiyariti. Trying to close out this game. Uh-oh. Good block on every overhead so far. Great fuzzying work here from Roiyariti.
Steph! Just getting caught right when they built up the burst too. Right when they built it. It was that crucial last minute burst in the second round, allowing Shockjoc to take hold and not let go of the momentum in that game.
Yep, so far looking pretty even right now. I mean, he said the matchup would be strange, but he did give a clear advantage. And I think that was for the better, because both of these players look like they are going tooth and nail every round to try to close these out.
Dog, these players are fighting. They're fighting out here. It is 7:30, 8:30, 5:30 on a Monday night, and they're fighting out here.
Scrapping the essence of the Fight Club, like after work, you can go scrap in a parking lot. This is the vibes we're getting right now from this match.
We're out for blood. We're out for blood. The delay.
After the mash, catches the fuzzy block. Got a lot of options there, including getting that round for Shockjoc.
Golf swing, doesn't connect. That's what we call a mulligan in golf, right?
Yep. When we run it back, ask the mulligan.
Very patient on defense by Shockjoc. Just content to block it out. Same side, very tricky.
You're right there. Shockjoc really just waiting for his turn. Not too much wiggling outside of on wake up, excuse me, where we're seeing a lot of those backdashes and a lot of those jumps.
This is a similar burst differential as we saw in the last game. This is the last round. Shockjoc has the burst, but Roiyariti just hasn't built it. Ooh, and using the Wild Assault just to get coast to coast and out of range of the bomb here. Very, very good spend there by Shock.
50% to make sure you're not back in neutral with Faust. That's a fair trade if I'd say so myself.
Buzz is out. You don't want those. The meatballs.
Oh, the charge BWN?
If they didn't charge it, Shockjoc would have thrown them. Oh my god.
100%. RC is out. Good challenge though from Shockjoc. Now Roiyariti has to block out. He wants to make sure that he's not going down this set. Finds every single block necessary, but then messes up the punish. No punish on Shockjoc's side either.
One of these days, Shockjoc will go low, and it's gonna work.
Oh my gosh, and that day is not gonna be today. Roiyariti with a great defense finds his way out.
Oh man, that was a clincher right there. Holy cow!
It is crazy, you know, like how many times someone can go low, right? Especially because you're like, all right, surely they're not gonna go high again. I need a block, and that's what Shockjoc was banking on. Didn't end up getting that.
Dude, good old hover dash jump slash. Nothing beats hover dash jump slash.
Literally timeless classic. I mean, we've been seeing that since basically before I was born.
Got stuck in the corner. Roiyariti not going for the wall break, just trying to maintain space and get those nickels and dimes. We're throwing items and items and items. There's little homie, but just doing patrol. With a 5K, very well informed with the homie just on the ground there.
Great item play out here by Roiyariti. Punishes the landing as well and gets the kill for it. That's a nice heads up play there from Roy.
The fuzzy block, the chicken guarding up backing in the corner, just not good enough. Those landing frames are ruthless.
And then, as ruthless as they are, you gotta take advantage of them. Great play, no. And great command grab by Shockjoc. Don't get hit. Advice that's much too late.
Did I see reversal throw by Roy? I feel like I saw something come out.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely saw the reversal throw come out here. And you saw the fabled low from Eno, that 2K completing the perfect for Shockjoc.
You gotta show them that you're willing to do it. That's all it takes. Because once they know you're willing to go low, once they know you're willing to go high, that's when they start getting in their head. You gotta do it at least once.
As you can see now, Shockjoc trying to go for a lot of these other options. Gotta see too little, too late though.
Dude, the rewind. There were 2 weights coming down.
Exactly. It's like that's the mulligan that we were looking for. Running back that blocks under the ton weight.
Great blocking. Shockjoc's defense has been on point. A lot of the damage is coming from stray hits from Roy here. There's the 5P confirmation knockdown.
The defense on both sides has been awesome. Oh no. Gotta see if Shockjoc's able to find a kill there. Nothing there. MLA gets beat, and the burst gets blocked. The read from Roy is what's gonna take it 3-1. A little bit. Seems like all the NAMA players are all kind of gods. So, you know, even though she was definitely a menace in like season 2, it's always refreshing to see this character every once in a while.
Like, Mei is one of those eternal good characters, just sort of the nature of how she moves and how explosive she is in combination with her fantastic buttons. And she's even still, like, really quite strong. I'm just so surprised that players don't really pick her up at a high level. There's just something about how she plays that doesn't appeal to a lot of the top of these players.
But it's going to be appealing to Mizuno and AlannaFey. AlannaFey, which has been off to an incredibly hot start to get things kicked off here.
Poking out though, Mizuno trying to get the cross up, but the 3K build your own stun dipper. RC moving on. That's the first round done for AlannaFey. Rocking our color 11.
I like that, already looking real strong. Mizuno needs to fight back, but hasn't had too many opportunities though. Besides this 5H, you need a chance to fight back. That's going to be the starter to do it.
Casual anti-air standing heavy slash just works for the big damage, and that's still a huge lead and near perfect. Finally getting some damage on the board, but Mizuno probably going to be able to seal it up here.
Yeah, all you need is any button's going to do it. Alexis swing, the anchor from below, hit him with the JH, and now we're all tied up in the rounds.
Good trade there, but the counter hit allows for the advantage Mizuno, but the movement, Denim's got the center stage, spending RC, or moving to the corner, getting some plus frames going, trying to be tricky with it, moving in, and there's the throw open up.
There's no opportunity for Mizuno to get out besides spending that burst. Good on them to spend it. Now we're going to see what offense AlannaFey has in the tank. Nothing that can't be countered by that S-Dolphin from Mizuno though.
Easy peasy combo air all the way through wall break, plenty of damage. Positive meter bonus is going to give us some advantage, but we're already going through. AlannaFey a little hesitant to try and get an anti-air.
AlannaFey has been so good at playing around this. Dolphin RPS doesn't get punished for the 3K though. Just a little bit of a heads up play that wasn't there from Mizuno. Gonna get punished for AlannaFey to take the first game.
Bit of sleight of hand trickery in the air. Whiff, jump, kick, landing on the ground for the empty low allows AlannaFey to get that game done. There was a lot of touch and go in that last round. Very strong momentum swings. AlannaFey able to take it out. Let's see how Mizuno has to respond. They're definitely taking some little round or two to warm up, but now we'll get into our second game.
Get into the second game we shall. 5H counter hit starter again. Fight a nickel for every time. We've seen that so far in these first games. Would have 2. Oh, it would have 3 now. This has been the moneymaker as we've come to see from Mei.
Dog, if I had a stand heavy slash like Mei, I'd be pressing that thing over and over again.
You saw that AlannaFey tried to sneak another one in there, but Mizuno just barely able to get out of the way.
Yeah, with the RC, that should go through the wall. We have another 50. Doesn't even need to spend it. Moving on to this second round here.
AlannaFey so dominant, but Mizuno trying to get off to a hot start. So far,
these players
love
Okay, trying to maintain space. Early burst from Alana. We're trying to get that momentum swing. RC just before they get the hard knockdown. Here's the wall break. plenty of burst for Mizuno. We're going to be able to spend more and more. We built the RC. Doesn't spend it.
Oh, spends it there at just the wrong time. Good punish by Mizuno. You were talking about those momentum swings, and May just has plenty of them. Oh my gosh. Flash movies.
It's in stereo.
There we go. S-Dolphin coming through. Whip on the throw, but no punish by Mizuno. Now still maintaining that corner positioning. Should be really interesting to see how Alanna works her way out of this one.
Getting that counter hit, allowing us to move all the way across the screen. Trying to be as relatively burst safe as we can. Just checking on the lows here. Mizuno very patient. Trying to jump out, and there's the Dolphin. We're being able to move forward. And beautiful expenditure. Is that dead? It's not.
Nope. I was going to say, it would be dead on most other characters, but those Japanese guts coming in handy for May.
Oh, big counter hit, big damage. Are we going to break the wall? Are we going to save it for later? Just going for the OTG.
Oh, man. And the corner counter hit connection there coming out here from Alanna, going up 2-0.
Gave them a bit of room there, a little room to breathe. Mizuno's pretty good with taking some momentum and turning it into damage, but right now AlannaFey taking the lead and able to seal it out in the last moments of these rounds. It's really those small hits that I think, those nickels and dimes, are allowing AlannaFey to really move over Mizuno in this first set of the day.
Yeah, I feel like routing-wise, Mizuno definitely takes the cake, but AlannaFey has just had so many more opportunities to get that damage, and with May's inherent like high base damage, it's really been working out in their favor.
The check mix-up just goes for the 5P there. Offensive burst. Goes for the raw tap dust without RC on backup too.
6P only hit on block.
I swear there's an echo in here, isn't there?
Yeah, this is absolutely nuts. We're just seeing the same options time and time again. I mean, it just lets you know how strong particular options that May has are, because those are the ones that are the go-to for both these players.
It all circles back to just the strength of her normals and the way that she's allowed to move in conjunction with those. She's so strong, has very fast movement in combination with how strong her normals are at holding space. It just allows May to be such an incredibly strong character. And to top it all off, the damage that she just unloads against you.
It's like, I mean, the buttons that not only have that good utility are also some of not only her best starters, but the best starters in the game. Gotta see if Mizuno can pick up this round, try to find their first game win here in this set. And the 5H is gonna help out. Gets the burst out of AlannaFey, and the sweep will do it. Now Mizuno finds themselves on the board.
Just a little too early on the throw there. If they had timed it right, it would have worked. Mizuno just stood staring. But it's those 5 frames of throw protection on wake up after you block a normal. After you get hit too, it's just sometimes you mess up. Sometimes you mess up. Dude, it's tricky. I am so bad at timing my throws. I always just completely whiff it while they're still in stun or throw protection.
Yeah, there's definitely like almost like a weird amount of throw protection in this game, I feel like, because, you know, it's like, you're like, all right, I know they have some throw protection, so I'm going to wait. And then you're like, wait, it's 5 frames? That feels like forever. And then you end up still whipping the throw anyway.
It's all about those moments, those instantaneous times, those intervals. They really, really matter in a game as fast-paced as Guilty Gear Strive.
Showing off the pacing of the game there is Mizuno. Now starting to build up some of that momentum, maybe shook off the tournament nerves, that now seems to have found their footing here in this 4th game.
5P check, they're just getting used to the rhythms here. Early burst on that big counter hit. No matter how this goes, we might be able to build another burst before the last round comes in.
Ooh, that 5 pick, I mean that JK, excuse me, could have been a crazy pickup, but not able to find the damage there. Very curious to see what Mizuno wants to do in this offense, besides get opened up here by AlannaFey.
Oh, just press that 6P. There's the jump kick. Tying up on round set point here for AlannaFey. 50% burst for Mizuno. If we get the right hits, they might not be able to build another full burst by the time this game ends.
I mean, Alanna just continues time and time again to show that not only are they ready to get and land these straight hits, but to convert them as well. And that is what's netting them this lead so far.
Bends the YRC with a quickness, moving them to the corner, trying to establish space. J2H allows us the counter hit, the knockdown.
Could have been huge damage, but the JH not quite connecting. Oh, good jump out there by Alanna.
There's the wall assault, burst safe, and uses the burst at the last moment.
And in what better way to end off the main mirror than by the clashing S Dolphins.
That we'll be seeing a lot in this week if you're paying attention to a lot of the fighting game sphere. There's the Sajam Slam going on. New players learn in the game. It's always interesting. But we'll learn what these players have up for us. It's EVN versus Charlotte. I saw Ram versus Potemkin.
I mean, I don't know. I saw Charlotte. I was kind of expecting, you know, Elfelt has a move named after Miss Charlotte as well.
Her rifle is Miss Charlotte. It's the name of her gun. Yeah.
I was like, wait, like, I mean, that could have been a homage there. But regardless, we're going to see a different type of gun with this Garuda Impact that has been terrorizing since Season 1.
I don't know. Ram's got a bit of a gun. I'd say that. Like, we just see it here. Just instant corner. Ooh, but the response using that FDB on defense. Good awareness of resources. EVN a little antsy on defense. We're just getting guard crushed and guard crushed, but we spent the burst just to stay safe.
We see the importance of the resources in this matchup for Ram. We saw that EVN had only a moment with no swords and now is sitting at an 80% life deficit.
Even still, just sending those swords out no matter what. Even though Charlotte already showed the FDB. Oh, and there's the change there, using Error Lumo, those Rekka series, just to change it up. You can't flick those, you can't flick the strikes there.
Yeah, it's like projectiles only. I know Potemkin got a lot of those projectiles in these last patches, but the only thing you're really going to be flicking in this matchup are those swords. Wait, actually, can you flick the rock? I actually am not sure.
I've never seen it happen, but I have to assume Ondo is a projectile. I've definitely instant blocked it, and IBFD doesn't send them away. So it has to be a projectile then. Oh, just out of range. Rare footage of Potemkin Buster not actually connecting at range. It's so big.
Charlotte able to take game number 1 there in a dominant fashion.
I mean, Potemkin is... We've been saying it for about like 7 months, 8 months now, since the Halloween patch last year, Season 4. I think Potemkin was a quite strong character then, but with the re-addition of the Karas, Potemkin is just elevated so high. Potemkin is truly one of like the most oppressive characters in the game. And there are a lot of oppressive characters in this game, even going as far as like down the tier list. Every character is oppressive in their own way, no matter where they are. But Potemkin is truly just has that access to oppression so easily, and a life bar that lets him get it over and over again.
We'll have to burn that burst early though. I like that.
Season 4 Pot was stronger. Pot is the same as Season 4 Pot with an additional tool. He is the same. He has not changed otherwise, or hardly changed. I'm sure there are micro interactions, maybe some damage changes, but like he has Karas now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, him with Karas is definitely really nuts. It's not a position that we thought we were gonna find ourselves in, especially after how they changed the moves to compensate for it. But Pot players are eating pretty good.
This is going to be lots and lots of resources here. Blue Beat 2, maybe caught pressing, and there's the fast RC. Oh boy.
Oh, here comes Charlotte. Oh, sorry, Even, excuse me, has been cooking so far on this Ramlethal, trying to get back. and does so without even burning the burst. Great round there from Even.
Just trying to bait out the burst there, trying to stay safe. There's the FDB once more. YRC. Don't touch me.
I love that. Even with the YRC changes, has been incredibly good for most characters, including Potemkin, since his safe jab still can't actually get YRC. So he's one of the ones who's for sure eating from that patch.
Patient, just using the resources to get through the wall. Plenty of damage, hard knockdown burst available for Charlotte. Spends it again. Here we are, rinse and repeat. Still tons of life.
Here we go. Guard crush out there. Charlotte hanging on to the last bits of life. And now the R slash gonna take it. I love that there from Even. So far has been doing a great job keeping this Potemkin in check. Honestly though, regardless of how good Pot is, like in terms of like damage, in terms of the ability to get you scared on defense, I feel like this matchup, just based on the archetype of the two characters, will always swing in the way of Ram.
I think in general it's gonna come down to like, can you smother Potemkin enough so that when Potemkin has meter, do they not have an opportunity to leverage that into a turn of favor? And Ram is really good at smothering characters. We've seen it throughout the life cycle of the game, but Potemkin with 50% meters generally, and by a good margin, one of the scariest characters in the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, regardless of whether you argue he's top 1, top 5, whatever, once he gets anybody in that offensive sequence, you are in one of the worst spots in modern fighting games, to be honest.
It's at 50. And this is the very, very swift reversal of favors. Charlotte had a solid 20 seconds. A solid 20 seconds of pressure going. Or excuse me, EBN was doing a solid 20 seconds of pressure against Charlotte. And then once that 50 happened, it instantly turned into Charlotte's favor.
I mean, one of the beauties of meter being as strong as it is in this patch means that you get situations like that where some characters may not have very much they can do, but the moment that they get that 50, the tides turn.
Stuck in the corner here. We had the extra sword, but blocks on the dust. We've already shown our hand. EBN's pushed out of the corner for the dash-up throw.
Oh man, the throw out here by
I saw the fists! I saw the fists connect!
So crazy. I was gonna say, I was like, this was, I mean, that looked bad for EBN, but ends up getting the throw there. And once again, we're seeing another one of these cheeky reversals has been so good about flicking the swords.
It's such a low risk too, because if we get hit, we're Potemkin. We can take the damage. Charlotte is just being a master of that risk reward on defense.
It's like, I mean, we just keep on seeing this though. It's like I mean, you already mentioned it there before. Like, Potemkin is one of the risk reward high rolling goats of this game, right? Just able to be like, you know what, this decision would be bad for pretty much anyone else, but I know my damage and I know how much I can take in the damage department. And I know that I'm going to make this choice regardless. Charlotte has been playing that out very well.
Even with with and without 50% tension, we have Hammerfall, we have Potemkin Buster, both which have armor and very swift startups.
You see it already there. Using both armor moves back to back to put EVN on his back foot and putting him into the grave with yet another Potemkin Buster. A textbook Potemkin round coming out here from Charlotte.
It's just at the point that you don't even want to block anything from Potemkin. You always don't want to get hit by slide head, but you don't even want to block like heavy slash, far slash, because it can lead to so many scary positions. And I swear that's like the 10th time Charlotte has done delay PRC after Hammerfall connection. And it has worked every time. Counter hit. Charlotte, that's 3-1 in the end here. You got the meter, you spend it, it works out, man. So build your own chain shift, dude. You see the bursts go down, you see they're not in hit stun anymore. You're keyed in, you're locked in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, are you a burst meter watcher on your RCs for the bait, or do you like react to there not being any block stun or hit stun?
If it's red RC, then I'm not looking at the burst meter. If I'm doing something that's gonna hit them, the red RC comes out, I'm not looking at that burst tension, the burst gauge. I'm looking at the character model. If they're not moving, that's when you start blocking.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a hit stun enjoyer as well. Yeah, it's like whenever I see that there's none of that, like those blue sparks that indicate there was a block, I'm like, all right, I'm just holding down back, and you're gonna have to eat this close slash on the way down, my brother. I'm sorry.
So you get to pause. You get to choose how you want to stay informed. You get to choose what influences your decision making, and you choose how you spend your meter. We're gonna see what's coming up next. I see CZenith versus pearlbot. The Potemkin queued up on the side of CZenith. That's one more for the stream today. And we got the full A.B.A regalia on the pearlbot, so I got to assume.
I have seen crazier. I've seen my favorite one was at Arc World Tour. There was a full Grimnir cosplayer, right? Goes down to the setup and picks Zeta. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
That's the mix-up. I like to say the match starts when you sit down. The match starts when you sit down. It doesn't start when you go to character select. It doesn't start when you change your buttons. It starts right when you sit down next to your opponent. You can use all of this information to see how your opponent reacts to you.
Yeah, it's like, but it's looking like it's gonna be the no mix-up. A.B.A on the side of pearlbot, gonna be going up against CZenith here on the Potemkin.
This is another. We already talked about the risk reward of Potemkin. And A.B.A is kind of another character who likes to play that risk reward game. She has one of the higher comparative health values in the game, especially for a non-heavy. And once she gets into Jealous Rage, it's definitely an uncontroversial thing to say. She is the best character in the game if she just goes in Jealous Rage.
Yep, it's all a matter of getting there. And especially against the way the game's top tiers work, it is real hard to get there. Think about like the Johnnies, think about the Rams, have those long buttons to keep you out. But Potemkin, as you can already see here from pearlbot, gives her no trouble getting into that mode.
It's all about that Jealous Rage, and while there are a lot of characters that sort of invalidate A.B.A and her usage of Jealous Rage in the top tiers, Potemkin's not really one of those characters, because if you give her an opportunity to breathe and you allow her to enter Jealous Rage, then she's just going to be able to run right at you. But right now, CZenith, they've just been on their face the entire time, not even giving them access to Jealous Rage, and they're dead. Back-to-back perfects? Are we going to see 3 perfects in a single game?
I mean, that's just kind of the nature of this matchup, right? The first person to get something going generally tends to be the one who's going to win it. No real opportunity for reversals, especially on either side.
No perfects on deck here. We still get the offense set up. pearlbot doing a great job of turning these hits into so much opportunity through the wall here. We spin the Kraken to move through.
I like this. Gotta see what the mix-up is gonna be. We're going high. Tries to get the burst out. Is he gonna find it? Gold burst on the side of Caesar is gonna be so scary. The threat of the PRC is there. The threat of the GigantoKai is there. So many options here from CZenith.
PRC, if we can install. This goes to the corner. This auto kill might not even need it. OTG.
Oh, we gotta get out. Good backdash. The best in the game in that Jealousy Rage. And showing it off there. pearlbot gonna go up 1-0.
Bit of touch and go there. Bit of touch and go. I was a little worried When pearlbot spent the Kraken super rather than uninstalling into the reinstallation super, they would know better than me whether or not there is both the range and the resources and the time to uninstall and then go for that super. But their decision making absolutely on point. Pearlbot very clean in the rounds they won.
I mean, it got a little dicey there after that Kraken super, especially once CZenith blocked the mix-up, blocked the fuzzy. I was like, oh no, wait, was this the right choice? But Pearlbot able to clean it up there and make sure that that round was in her favor.
But we're going to have to see CZenith. Can he get in their face? Can he get that offense started?
Looking like Pearlbot's just looking for any opportunity. Kind of a weird matchup when, you know, Pot is the one with the zoning tools. Has the armor, but as you can see, Pearlbot is going to go ahead and shred right through it.
Getting these plus frames, getting these plus frames.
Oh!
Oh no! Oh my.
Wait, I'm not the only one with... He said, wait, I have armor too. I'm good. I can just get out of the situation whenever I want.
We have plenty of Jealous Rage here. The RC just to stay safe and caught in the guard crush.
Oh, really good reinstall there by Pearlbot. And look at the rewards that it's going to reap. Another dominant round out of the side of this A.B.A.
Yeah, we did a lot of the 5K dash cancel key grab and just using that opportunity to mix up the opponent on block. Rotating our resources so well here. Oh, a double low right in time to uninstall too.
Pretty push back dashes. Are we gonna see it again?
Shit, we had 100% tension. Install right into the Kraken.
Oh yeah, there are so many routes that Pearlbot could have taken there to kill that armor. Alexa take the one right for her, and look at all of the jealousy on the table.
Zenith is just playing a little passive there on round start. There's the burst. We have 50% tension. Gotta watch out. The throw off of the close slash tick there. Pearlbot 2 rounds straight to get the second game on the board.
So far, it's just looking like domination from Pearlbot. Seems to have the right answer on offense every single time. And I really just like the reads of going for these installs, right? Whenever you think about A.B.A. and you think about like reads in particular, you're like, all right, maybe it's the catch an option with the button. But sometimes the reads don't necessarily have to have a hitbox, and it has been netting so much reward for Pearlbot for that as well.
It's all about layering those options. You have access to so much, especially a character like A.B.A. in Jealous Rage. You have great normals, great plus frames, access to your 18-frame comboable, safe on block low, or overhead, and a multitude of multi-hitting lows as well. It's just, when you present all these options, you overload your opponent and you get to choose from just a smorgasbord of what you have available. Oh,
100%. And Pot's like, listen, I don't need a full buffet. I just need a Wagyu steak. That Pot Buster's gonna be it.
Toss up there. Good experience recognition there. We're gonna be able to get to the corner. Oh, and
wow.
We stayed in the air, preventing the uninstallation from running out of Jealous Rage. The routing from Pearlbot, impeccable.
Just so smart. You mentioned it there before. Just wanted to get that wall break before you landed. That way you had enough time to reinstall.
Here's that zoning neutral. Heavy slash on heavy slash action. Oh, but we punished the activation.
We haven't really seen a chance for CZenith to get started. Oh, this 2K2D could be the answer. The change, though.
He's a projectile. Pot himself is a projectile. He has Hammer, Fall Fast RC, Potemkin Buster, and he has Heat Tackle. Well, right now we're going to put this projectile through the wall. Never mind, we use the burst.
why does my character have projectile like durability like it's a marble? What's going on here?
The Buster's able to seal it, but if I'm pearlbot, I'm happy going into this last round because I got so much burst and Zenith has none.
See, Zenith had to spend literally everything to get that round. Now we gotta see if it pays off here.
Activation, she's so scary, using that heaviest or far slash just to stay in their face. We ran out of Jealous Rage.
Zenith, but I don't know what's going on. Just seems a little bit too scared to get that offense going.
Double overhead.
Oh, fuzzy, so gross.
The last time pearlbot went for that, they went for the low, and now the overhead is gonna turn into the victory. Oh no, it didn't kill.
Not quite the victory. So much damage from Pot, and so much health from him as well. Oh no, surely this doesn't kill here.
Oh, it doesn't, and don't call me Shirley.
Not at all. Yeah, not at all. Still needs one more touch there. Will he be able to find it with no health left in the tank? Such a scary spot. Oh no, matches this gigantic high. And that should do it. The Kraken coming out of the ground and securing the victory for pearlbot.
SYMPHUUKAI versus StitchFace. SYMPHUUKAI, one of our premier Testament players, and StitchFace, a player that I've seen near enough to a top 8 in a TNS. I don't think they've had a top 8 berth just yet, at least not since I've seen them, but they're awfully close. We'll have to see how they can deal with these big slimy skulls on the ground.
Yeah, the last StitchFace appearance that I saw, I believe, was a 9th place finish. Still looking to be one of the rare May top 8s in TNS.
Mix-up opportunity, goes for the load. On the first opportunity, too. SYMPHUUKAI's not playing around.
Yeah, SYMPHUUKAI is ready to go here. Gets the stain, picks up the round as well. The perfect coming out here. SYMPHUUKAI wants to send a message here out the gate.
Recognition is getting the anti-air.
I gotta say, despite how the actual strength of characters plays out here, StitchFace has their work cut out for him.
I mean, SYMPHUUKAI has been putting in work with Testament for like over a year and a half maybe at this point. That's when, or no, even well before that, I think. SYMPHUUKAI has been really grinding and showing what Testament is can actually do for so long.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, all these buffs have only gone to help them. But now StitchFace trying to string something together here of her own. Isn't able to find it though. The Crow just being so clutch in just the right spots.
SYMPHUUKAI is just putting up the wall, and in conjunction with that, just able to move so quickly. Like something that I think is so impressive about a lot of the really great Testament players like SYMPHUUKAI, like Fubuki, like IDOM. They make a character that is not super fast, move very quickly. And that's like in conjunction with their just ground movement, their air movement, and using teleport in a way that makes Testament look so mobile.
100%. I mean, it's always so fun to get those aggressive Testaments. I mean, you see Fubuki, who's also in this bracket, Testament, who is moving and grooving. SYMPHUUKAI likes to play a bit more on the defensive, but still finds opportunities to get out of dodge. But so far, StitchFace putting together a campaign of her own, absolutely dominant here in this first round.
I mean, that's the May play that we were talking about in our very first set of the day. She just unloads the damage, and once she gets that offense started, it can be hard to keep her out because she's so good at playing that mid-range striking game to get those counter hits.
We saw the dominant game come out here for SYMPHUUKAI. Now StitchFace putting together something of her own here. Has barely taken any damage in these last few rounds, but SYMPHUUKAI trying to even up those health bars, get a great conversion with the stay. Oh my gosh, look at that 70% combo.
Be careful though, 100% tension, spends the 50 RC just to take a look at the screen. If we get through the wall, that's a kill and a tied rounds here. This is game number 2, 1 apiece on those hearts.
I mean, SYMPHUUKAI was able to deter the damage as much as possible here, but now StitchFace is getting aggressive, wants this game, and you could say it here, and Onde wants to bless the stream here with the $10 donation shoutouts.
Through the wall here. Solid damage, solid damage. That's a 50%.
Great match there from SYMPHUUKAI.
Despite still getting hit by the double overhead, the deflect shield made it push SYMPHUUKAI away, but it doesn't keep them out forever. They seal out the second game. That's 2-0. StitchFace, they're fighting back, but it's just not quite enough yet.
You could tell that the adjustments are coming through, especially with the fact that StitchFace, as much as we hate it, you know, getting nailed on in the first game, but then in the second game, really bringing it back.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Okay, the profile go right under that far slash. Dash blocks, okay. SYMPHUUKAI is being very brave with their mash outs on these block strings. And 2K is a great button. It can go under a lot of things, but if you get counter hit by anything by May, you might just get sent down into the depths.
There we go. The Wonder Twins are coming through. Gonna allow this pickup. And SYMPHUUKAI just trying to keep this offensive onslaught going. A little bit of burst. Could get StitchFace to do something here. Might want to hang on to it for the next round. And that's what it's looking like it's going to be.
They keep saying that they normalized all the 6Ps. They keep saying that in the patch notes, the big adjustments. But I feel like 6P on Testament, it looks very untouched. Every time I see it, it's so good.
While being normalized, they never said that they were, you know, gonna keep. They never said they were gonna take away the rich, right? It's like, if you take a guy who's a billionaire and say, you know what, you only get $150 million in your bank account, like, he's definitely feeling it, but you know, not to that point.
SYMPHUUKAI feeling the victory. We know nothing about Hunter x Hunter. I'm just in it for the love of the game. I know nothing about Power Rangers. I'm in it for the love of the game. But the love of the game is what we have on screen. This is MFCR versus DomiWurld. 2 players we know and love. We've seen so frequently. MFCR fresh off of a top 8 performance at CEO. Already moving in with that wall break.
Had an incredible performance out there. I believe getting a 5th place finish. You know, very commendable, getting some ARPL 12 points on the board. Now trying to secure a TNS top 8 as well against DomiWurld. Off to an incredible start to achieve that goal.
Yeah, both these characters very, very strong in the game right now, and they have such immense power and easy access to that wall break. That's something that makes Sin just an evergreen top tier ever since he got those small buffs after his initial release.
Sin has gotten incredible. I mean, I think that he was quite good ever since the beginning. But I mean, Leo Whitefang, a staple in this game's meta, literally since day one.
Catching the throw whiff.
I love that.
We got a 50 though. We're gonna be able to build it for DomiWurld, but we elect not to use it. Gotta watch out, 50 for both these still, and there's the quick dust. Just going for the mix-ups. Oh gosh, dude, they should. Someone should add a sneaker squeak sound effect to the back turn dash. Someone should add a sneaker squeak, like when you're playing on the basketball court. That would be so sick.
I was gonna say, if MFCR is up there, it's gonna be sounding like a 24-hour fitness on a Saturday afternoon, man. Like, it's gonna be squeaks all over the place.
It's like going to the Y on a weekend. on a December afternoon.
Duel 1.
Yeah, it's like those sounds ring true of my summer so far. I've definitely been on the courts.
Big counter hit, spends the wild assault, but unfortunate drop. We maintain the corner though, and good spacing to allow MFCR to stay safe. And there's another reversal.
Out there. From both sides, so much aggression. Just what the doctor ordered with these two picks. Oh my goodness. Getting real aggressive there with that DP. I mean, that may not be what the doctor ordered. He gave you the wrong prescription.
Happy short you can there, right?
Look, it is 6-2-3. Might as well go for it.
Duel 2.
Now, all I gotta say though is that MFCR's favorite day is probably April 6th. You know, that flash kick day.
Going through. Got the tension too. Through the wall, that cross beam. Oh, it does so much damage. I feel like people forget. People forget that I'm like 90% sure that back turn super does more damage. Every time it just floors me how much it does.
Oh, then front turn, oh, 100%. That's like without question.
And it's plus on block.
Yeah, it's like, come on, that super just does so much. It even encourages you to just get in back turn just so you can get access to it on wall break.
RC just letting it rip. MFCR still with 50% tension. Doesn't go for the head flash kick mix up, but we go for the little cheeky, the up fast RC off the gazelle step. Oh, still trade. Did that trade with like a 5P, 5K or something?
I think so. Oh my god.
He's off the ground there. Oh, catches the cross up on the attempted DP there. That was the hoof stomp coming out.
Uh-oh. Game's getting going at the Y right now. Got the 5v5s. Pickup games going through.
Oh, it dribbles to the corner, through the wall.
And now we're going to be inbounding here for DomiWurld. Gotta see what the first move out the gate is. MFCR going for the literal steal here on this round. Gonna be taking it with the Berserker Barrage.
The way that MFCR just plays, it's like he chooses the wildest options, and he's just you never see it coming, but it always works too.
It's definitely the smartest. I feel like he's so cerebral, like in a way you wouldn't really expect, like the Nikola Tesla type. You're like, why is this dude in here working on this like electromagnetic conduction, and the next thing you know, you find it everywhere. That's the MFCR difference.
He's the smartest monkey in the forest.
That's my goat.
Into the ride the lightning, spends an extra bar of that stamina gauge as well.
I'll try to bait out something there from DomiWurld. Not gonna quite be able to bite. So far though, this has been looking so dominant from MFCR, who has just been playing out of his mind these past couple weeks.
Right through the wall again. We're gonna be able to spend that extra 50 to kill. Are we going for it? Yeah. That's another thing that I feel like a lot of people forget about. The ever-growing Wild Boy, he can spend that extra tension if he wants to.
Yeah, you can spend the tension because he's got 3 more bars of tension up there. You can see it. Oh, hard knockdown. DomiWurld trying to fight back with the reversal.
Oh, do it again. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. He had 100% tension.
For sure gonna kill here. MFCR finds himself on set point.
Start backdash. Playing a little patient there. The buttons on Kiske very strong, especially on round start. Got that 11 frame power slash.
MFCR no burst. DomiWurld trying to take advantage. And taking advantage he shall.
He's dribbling.
Yeah, he's actually dribbling there. Dribbling MFCR's head against the dirt.
Oh, do it again. Do it again. We got 100.
Okay. 100 meter super is gonna kill. Just chunking at the end there despite the scaling.
Mr. Owl, how many Ride the Lightnings does it take to kill a king? Let me see. A 1? A 2? A 3?
The bite at the end there is definitely the 50 meter extension.
Yeah. It's the Tootsie Roll center of the Tootsie Pop. That's what we're all after. Chat, how do you feel about the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? It's been a while since I've had a Tootsie Pop.
Yeah, I just kind of go for normal lollipops instead of.
I'm a chocolate enjoyer myself. Don't really go for the lollipops as much.
Fair. I'm a big dark chocolate guy for me. I'm one of those guys who eats like the 75 to like 90% cacao.
Dude, this Kiske, he's definitely a lollipop enjoyer. Sin Kiske is the type of guy to have his rocket pop and take a bite right off the top.
Yeah, it's like the cartoons, you see the big old bite mark.
Like the cartoonishly round and circular. That's Sin Kiske.
Rainbow pattern too.
He's the type of guy to get a ring pop and just take a bite out of it. He's a gear. He can do that. He's got some hefty chompers. And right now, we're in the lead here, trying to tie it up on games.
Good display from both sides. I don't know. I would have been mashing on 6P, so good stuff from MFCR.
Same side, got a little bit of a stutter here. Through the wall, hard knockdown. There's a solid position if MFCR wants to stay alive. But we have a burst and 50. Gotta be careful. Is Domi gonna spend it? Last opportunity. Minor burst, safe application, but unfortunately drops the combo.
Oh no, the run through the MFCR Classic going ahead and cleaning that up.
It's a set point now for MFCR. It's the blocks. We like to see it. Dribbling to the corner once more. We're going to be able to hit the wall, but not enough to stick.
MFCR this time. This time going for the high. DomiWurld trying to mash on something, but MFCR says no way. Not in this house.
Right when it matters, we're starting to break out the same side. Gets a little check, safe jab attempt here. Both these players with a burst. The burst comes out. The MFCR spends the super and moves on. That's 3-1 over DomiWurld.
That was nuts. I mean, just shows you how strong the Midwest is, and also for winning like one of the first big online Guilty Gear brackets. So literally has been there since day one.
Midwest is pretty alright at Guilty Gear. I tell you what, we just had a Keishu Watamu taking down CEO. I tell you.
You guys travel, and it's only pain for the rest of us, bi-coastal fellas. So
the knockdown already in the face. The threat of card is so strong that it makes the opportunity of the throw so potent.
So far, it's just been the domination station going for the hard read with the 6K. Works out wonderfully. MJ gonna be able to take that first round.
Definitely a Johnny 6K enjoyer. Definitely a great button.
So good too. You can cancel over into the Insenga. You know what's funny is they actually nerfed the counterplay to it, so it made it a lot stronger.
There's the wall break again. Gets the hard knockdown with the super. That's my name. Say it 3 swipes like Zoro. Jonathan J. Guilty Gear.
Holding it down right there.
Speaking of good buttons, Ram JH.
Man, and the Ram flip kick as well. No conversion. He's only got the PRC. Tries to go for the deal cards off the table now. Oh, wow. SQ taking advantage of all of these Ram normals, and MJ said they gotta shut it down with the reversal super.
No, she's not. I was a little worried for a moment. Valentine guns. Johnny's so beefy.
Has
That
all of
lead
the-
muscle.
I was gonna say, like, that's the fat is less dense than muscle crowd going crazy because
Dog,
man, it's
he,
stacked.
he takes the jacket off. He's got the Christmas tree like Bruce Lee, dude. That's what he's got. That's why he's got so much health.
It has to be that. It has to be the full Arnold build underneath the coat. Only way they could explain the guts this vet has.
Oh, that counter hit! The double dash close slash counter hit trade with the 2K, but that's gonna deal it. We got so much meter.
I'm gonna be spending it all there on the Calvados. I like that from SQ, just trying to get the insurance and pin that one up with the PRC. Not gonna need it though. Gonna be more than enough to take the first round.
That first game was just all MJ, all go, pedal to the metal, all the way. SQ though, when you give her the space, she can take that inch and turn it into a mile.
Such a hard draw for both these characters. They guess wrong on their offense or on defense because you just know that momentum is getting taken all the way to the bank.
Sort of on the flip side of things, it's one of the main contrasts between both these characters. Johnny's got a lot more health than Ram does, as well as a potent mix-up. There's that Tiger Knee Mistfinder.
And the far slash as well. We got mids, we got mix, we got long hidden lows. Like, this character just feels so complete right now.
His in air quotes, I will say, his weakness is that his movement is really bad in air quotes, but his movement is actually really, really good. Genuinely some of the best movement in the game.
Oh, but he can't dash block, bro. Like, he can't do anything.
He's still got Vault. He's got Vault Deal RC. He's got 15 frame dash. He can jump out of his dash. He's got 6K. He's got some big ass normals.
You got Vault too. I mean, that's just one of the things you forget about. But kind of the MJ staple is that Vault PRC, allowing you to not only close the gap but also get a mix-up afterwards as well.
Corner tries to RC away a little bit early for his troubles. There's the YRC, but it gets blocked. He came down pressing a button, and now we're through that round. Tied up once again. MJ just about 60% of their burst, while SQ work on a full blue stick.
I mean, MJ now finally getting that blue stick, but look here, SQ has some stuff in the bank and the positive bonus as well, so that burst should be coming back properly.
It's the snipe out that far slash. Swore one sword though. A little bit of damage reduction based on that. Safe jump setup there. Here's the YRC, gets blocked and punished. SQ, that's another game moved on. We're at 2-0.
Man, it's just such a hard draw whenever you have a character who has a tool that's that strong. Like, people really, I don't know how they could have slept on something so simple, but that sword toss PRC puts in so much work for Ram, especially for SQ. And now, you look at pretty much every Ram that's at the high level has been implementing it, including the Arc World Tour winner Red Ditto.
It was sort of innocuous before Season 4. Like, Sword Throw RC was good, but not great, not character defining. But now with the strength of Sword Toss, with that guard crush, it makes her so much more strong, because once you block, once the sword even touches you, it puts you in a bad situation, no matter if it hits or no matter if it blocks. But you get put to the corner, you get sent through the corner, this is going to be a huge momentum swing, because SQ has been perfecting this corner pressure every minute of every day.
100%, and especially when you look at how you know, at how long and consistent those streams are, you can tell that the consistency is there with the practice as well.
SQ's always playing, she's always finding something new. And it's really great to see like people just queue up to training mode in a game that's been out for so long, just figure something out. We're figuring out some damage. That's Calvados through the wall here. Very consistent and good way to get around burst as well. Oh no!
No kill though, the PRC, excuse me. One more touch should do it in the air throw. It's gonna take it out in a stylish fashion, a 3-0 sweep.
Place her in sort of that middle range. Has a lot of top 8 performances, sort of no matter. I think it's really on the backs of these Millia players really figuring things out and sort of the character archetype that if you have a gap in knowledge where you don't know how to deal with Millia, she's gonna kind of run over you. Her Oki is so potent and the way she moves is very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier on. It's been a foreshadowing with the SYMPHUUKAI match. Testament is a character who, especially nowadays, gives you those types of creative liberties, and Fubuki takes them all the way.
Press out, there's that 2K, gets the counter hit, turns it into a coast-to-coast situation.
Fubuki coming out here. Throg.
Those Arbiter signs, dude, they always get me. Especially when you're at full screen, because I'm looking at my opponent. I'm not looking at myself. I hear the Arbiter come out and I have to suddenly react to where it is. I have to move my eyes. That's unfair.
Yeah, no, whenever I'm playing without sound, especially at like a major, I am just praying that I don't end up getting a Testament in my pool. Because if I have to watch those Arbiter signs, I know I'm good.
Out there's that Capel. Knockdown situation. Gets to the corner. That Artemis, that bounce gives you so far.
Does a good amount of wall damage as well. Walter knew that was going to go for the wall break, so executes the setup perfectly.
Fun rounds here. We're playing that Millia gameplay. Bit of a major lead. Turn still right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard, right? Like, especially with Testament, the matchup you don't really see unless you are playing in these TNS very often. It's kind of hard to kind of distinguish what she wants to do and what they want to do. Excuse me.
State's still wearing. Ooh, there's the Arbiter. Tries to reapply. The burst comes out full screen. That Season 3 burst, but now the knockdown, trying to get that micro spacing, doesn't make it through. Seems to be attempt.
Man, Walter was trying to play this so patiently, but it is just a Mega Man level that you have to get through in order to touch Fubuki. Executing the zoning perfectly with the movement, with the projectiles, and able to take this first game against Walter.
Testament is one of those characters that I think has a bit of a more like surface level. It is more straightforward to play against the Millia matchup because Testament is very good at controlling space, especially with access to heavy Grave Reaper. It's able to stay on the screen, and even usage of the air fireballs has been quite good. And with the addition and the buff to that first hit coming out, it makes the approach even harder, especially if you're trying to approach Testament on that ground.
No, I mean, as Millia, you really are trying hard to establish almost a mix-up game in the neutral. You want to be able to approach the ground. You want to be able to have those air options as well with the Capel. But so far, Fubuki's just been stuffing all of them out.
Good job of laying a fireball and using Testament's other attacks to cover the space. That's putting the stop sign up for Walter that it's hard to deal with. It's hard to deal with. It's hard to find your way through. It's that Mega Man level, you say. We're trying to get through the projectiles.
I was so bad at Mega Man as a kid, so I can definitely feel Walter's pain.
Yeah, that's plenty of damage. Testament, not one of the higher health characters, taking damage. In stride though, Fubuki's staying alive. We're going to be able to go through the wall once more if we want to. We elect to get the hard knockdown. The second hit of heavy tandem top though breaks the wall before we wanted to get it.
Slash.
Yeah, and Walter finally finding around there.
Jump slash. Another thing that probably assists in the matchup for Testament, their air normals are also quite good. That jump slash is a very solid air normal.
Oh yeah, I mean if a red hexagonal or octagonal stop sign was a button, it would definitely be that JS, especially in this match.
The other stop sign, 6P coming up, but there's that run-up ground game. Got those fireballs. Fubuki's doing a very good job just fighting out of the corner.
Realizes that she's got to get a move on. That negative penalty is looming. Says, you know what, say less, I was on the move anyway. And Fubuki picks up the second game here. Straight domination through 2.
Got the slow play warning, decided, you know what? I think it's time to win I think it's time to win the round.
Yeah, it's like, I've been having too much fun. Gotta lock in.
I'm pressing quarter circles are pretty fun. Quarter circles are pretty fun. Get those fireballs out. Both these players, you can tell that they're big grinders. They got those huge level numbers.
Yeah, I mean, these are two of my online goats. Fubuki and Walter both playing this game a ton since launch.
Stole the corner, but maybe a little too mobile. I was a little confused there. Goes to the corner, able to run up wing or hard knockdown. Great positioning here for Walter. They have an opportunity for pressure on wake up. Just goes for the medium.
Maybe Walter's already found the download is what I would say. Great dash under from Fubuki. Just has been playing out of her mind recently.
Post wall break Hoki situation has never been super strong. And it's just going up for the close slash is generally a solid idea, but now we're on the other side of it. We have stayed applied, so it's going to be tough to try and move forward if we're not scared. The burst comes out. Very tricky. We have 100% tension. Iron Savior comes down the jump. Heavy slash seals it up. That set point here for Fubuki. This is top 8 qualifier point.
Gets the burst out, just wants to get back to that neutral game as quickly as possible. But Walter walking Fubuki down to the corner. This is not the spot that she wants to be in.
Super jump air dash.
ID back again. Such good movement.
Oh, here's the Season 4 buff. It's another thing that we don't see often, because Testament isn't much of a throwing kind of character. But when it pays off well. An investment paying dividends into the top 8. Fubuki, our first qualifier to make it and move forward in the winner's bracket.
Leagues above the rest, like there are no other Geos even comparable.
What can't forget about the homie Days. Days hasn't picked up the sticks in a while for Guilty Gear, but can't be sleeping on Days.
Oh yeah, I mean, just a good player overall, you know. Fundamentally sound there. Best known for the Jin as well and the Blaze Blue.
We'll see what's going on here. No Geos on screen, but we're still going to try playing that footsies. Another dash block character in the likes of Leah Whitefang. MFCR is already moving in, getting those squeaks going, but already disengaging back to neutral.
There we go. SQ getting things kicked off here. Look at this. What a health lead, and got at least some of that burst gauge out of MFCR as well. Got to be dealing with the full brunt of this offense. She chooses to deal with it with the flash kick that we know and love, and gets punished for his troubles.
He's the king. He dies with the sword. He dies on the sword. Goes down fighting. That's something that I admire about MFCR. SQ as well. MFCR just showing it with that reversal flash kick.
So many reverses on both sides though. Look at that. Such good mashes from SQ. Taking taken any of the hits that she might have received earlier on in strides.
I understand MFCR. I understand.
Oh man, the 5K. Just enough advantage to get that burst out of the way. And SQ so far has been putting on a clinic on this Ramlethal.
It's not a short you can, but he's living it up to the spirit on 623 day, you know? He's MFCR living up to wake up short you can day.
Oh, absolutely. Like even though it's not a 623, February 8th wasn't too long ago. We should be good.
Duel 1.
Or hey, if you want to move a little bit forward, we can choose the, we could choose the month day. I mean, we could choose the day month. Excuse me. Go 8-2.
Any European folks in the chat want to shout out to August 2nd?
Yep. Shout out to MFCR getting this thing party started.
Threatening the mix-up with the heavy flash kick RC with SQ fuzzy jumping out, and now we get that knockdown off the 2K. Oh, MFCR is so brave.
Yeah, it was like run through on run through on run through. No IBs on the side of SQ even attempt to get that throw, and MFCR knows, able to take advantage.
I gotta feel that his willingness to reversal flash kick has imprinted on SQ now that he can start pressing on defense, pressing anything other than a flash kick.
Jabs have always been pretty solid here, despite the way that SQ has been able to play around them.
The YRC comes out in the run-up throw. This puts him in a good position. Doesn't get the safe setup and eats the Mortabato. But now we're in the corner. Guard crush applied.
Whoa! Oh no, not the hitbox. Not the hitbox that MFCR was expecting, but ball doesn't lie. Gotta be able to pick it up there with the reversal mash, and now we're sitting at 1-1.
You think Leo Whitefang can dunk? I gotta think he can dunk. You see how high that flash kick goes? I gotta believe he can dunk. Chat, do you think Leo Whitefang can dunk?
I was thinking about it. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so confused there. I was like, huh, that H flash kick, I feel like he's able to pull off like the East Bays, like the double between the legs you see on like Ball is Life every once in a while. Like, you can definitely do some crazy stuff.
Chat, who do you think wins the freestyle slam dunk contest at the Guilty Gear All-Star match? I gotta think Bridget could do pretty alright at one of those. She's the freeform tricky spinner.
No way. Her jump arc is so whack.
But she's got roll. She's got roll.
Now she does have roll.
She dunks the ball, but she goes through the hoop too.
Soul's got the airtime. I see Faust. Faust is too tall, right? Like,
no, but Faust does the heavy teleport that comes down from the sky.
I mean, that would be tough. I'm like, could you imagine if we saw like the slam dunk contest and a dude just like put his whole body through the rim? Like, I feel like you just got an auto win now.
That's definitely like some style points. I think Slayer could probably dunk pretty well, but not in the way like he's jumping, just the way the overhead off his dandy step. Universe counters the rim. That's gotta be kind of sick.
Oh, it has to be.
I see Lucas in chat saying it's A.B.A. You're gonna have to explain your thought process on that.
Slayer's pretty good too.
Just universe counter breaks the glass on the back of the rim. That would be so sick. While we're talking about this, the match is going on. I'm so sorry.
I was gonna say, I was like, we got MFCR fighting for his life right now, trying not to go down. And we're trying to see which one of my hypothetical favorite characters can dunk a ball well. Like, this is crazy work.
Well, SQ takes that game.
It's like, there we go. SQ ends up going up on top. They're 2-1 now.
I'm not sure if Ram could dunk, other than the fact that she can fly. I don't think Ram would be too stylish about it. I feel like she'd be pretty surgical with her dunk.
Yeah, Ram is definitely like a fast break, just finger roll layup. You know, nothing too crazy.
It's textbook, you know.
Real fundamental basketball from Ramlethal.
Going for that same side back turn S.
I'll talk about it more later, but I made a hypothetical Guilty Gear basketball starting 5, and I think it's pretty good.
Is it up to date? Do you have with the Season 4 DLC?
It is not, but I don't know if my answer will change. But we'll get to that later on if we get a break.
I don't think Dizzy Slayer or Unica would be very good at basketball.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think that my answer is still very good. But
poke out.
SQ trying not to go down here. Would be sending us to a Game 5 scenario. I know that MFCR would like that, but such deceptive corner carry and wall damage.
Had 100% tension. I believe it. That's fair. Ooh, bursts out. We got the 50. We're trying to seal it out instantly. MFCR has been very leaning on these fast bursts to get the fast kills. The 5P checks, able to seal it out. That's 2 games up.
Yep, it is all tied up here. 3 more rounds max set aside. Who we're going to be seeing in the top 8. Man, this has been a great match so far. With some wonderful think pieces to go along with it.
SQ MFCR, if you're watching this back in the future, I'm so sorry.
You know, I'm not. Maybe they have some good things to, you know, contribute to the conversation.
If you're watching this back, at me on Twitter and tell me what you think about if your character can dunk or not. Ooh, there's the throw on the cross through. SQ able to start things up again. These instant blocks are making it hard for the throws, but you still got the corner side swap once more. Trying to double check on the burst there. I don't blame her because her swords were on.
I like that SQ has already just been so oppressive, right? As you can see, has MFCR down to his last legs and no burst to boot. Your goal as SQ is trying to make this as surgical as possible. But the main thing is that MFCR has never given up and doesn't plan to yet. Oh no, the super! Yeah, oh no!
He wanted it. He wanted it so bad. I mean, that's that top 8 diff, you know. He just believes in himself so much.
Here we go. Gotta see if this ram pressure can keep up here. MFCR went for the ballsy play. Didn't end up working out, but it could work out here. This back turn is exactly what you need. The OS comes out.
Doesn't spend the super to go through, but now we get it here. This is plenty of damage, not a kill. About a one-touch situation. We're gonna be able to build a 50 for a mix-up nice and quick. Oh, the delay on that. Oh, God. She's laser focused.
Yeah, that's so bad. You do not want to throw like that ever, especially if you're MFCR sitting on your winner side life. Now the rounds 50. Are about even. Oh, what a flash kick! That's not the option you ever expect. Goes for the throw, and what a jump from MFCR. Staying alive here. We're going to last game, last round.
These players awfully respectful, just want to play neutral and round start, backing off. And now the hit, the knockdown, SQ is going to push forward. The 5K just telling MFCR, you got to stop, you got to slow down.
Almost zero on block situation. This is not going to be able to kill, but this is going to be a horrible situation from MFCR. Has to try to find the best use possible for this 50 bar. It's looking like 2D is going to be it. Good on SQ not to automatically go for the throw. And the 2K2D Daro is going to take it. What a last round to close that one up.
2010 storyline. Even like perfect legend versus Sonic Fox. Sonic Fox apparently a player who loves to have some drama behind them, but we have some drama in this match. We're getting into it. Red already cornered themselves. Classified is moving, but the big 4-8-6 to poke out.
Yep, I like that there. I like just trying to get out ASAP. So hard to deal with this Goldlewis pressure once you get started. So a bit of a feast or famine play there. And Red is doing all they can to make sure that Classified is without that food.
Already pushing through. How many circles? A 1, a 2, a 3.
1080 coming out here from RedIAmNot, getting all the damage possible on the table. And now it's going to go ahead and take first blood.
We're pushing those elbows through. Jump kick, dust. We're moving through the wall. Classified's going to get some resources back. Playing this whiff punish game. We move in for a throw. No punish, but caught trying to block. And now we're glowing, and we're spending.
Ooh, triple overhead there. Setup that I can't say I've seen before. Got to see if the guts can pull Goldlewis through, and it's not going to be enough to handle the onslaught.
I gotta say, and this is my personal anticipation. Every time I see someone trying to do some jump cancel BRC shenanigans, they're always going overhead the first time. They're always, if it's someone you've never played before, the setup you've never seen before, they're always going overhead the first time. So chat, if you've ever played against me, that lets you know you should go low the first time against me.
Let me land those hits.
Well, with punish there, we go instant cancel. 5K 6P into the super. Classified. Laser focus locked in.
Oh, gotta deal with this drone. The drone actually gonna punish the landing. Classified's burst is out now.
Such a cheeky reversal of fortune there. That BRC after the blocked wild assault, it is -3. Which is like minus enough that you're like, okay, I need to be on defense after they press. But oh my gosh, very clever usage. And also a very special thank you to Lucas for the $8 to the Matcherino. We're moving up, that's $28 in the pot. If my math stands to be correct, there's still a few more codes left, exclamation Matcherino. But right now, Classified moving forward so quickly. He's playing a very, very well-spaced Giovanna right here. He's not afraid to back up, especially with impeccable forward dashes that Gio has access to.
Yeah, I feel like online players get a bad rep, just because they've molded their playstyle to the online. But I feel like Class benefits from online in the opposite way and really loves the peace and quiet, so can make his methods, but RedIAmNot giving him no room to breathe.
Big swings of the coffin. There's a guy in there. You think the alien's getting a little confused, a little dazed there from being tossed around like this?
You already mentioned it before. So much movement out there from that coffin with the JD, all those behemoths.
There's the DP, RC to stay safe, being a little burst safe there with the delay off the jump cancel. Classified's going to be able to make some meters back here. We spend the Wild Assault. This is a great positioning here for Red, and he gets the 862 there.
There we go. Tries to go for the fuzzy setup, but it functions as a combo as well, thanks to that BRC slowdown. And Classified keeps himself in this game, trying to go up 2-0.
Yeah, with that Wild Assault, we're getting closer on those burst gauges. Classified going to be able to try and fight out, but big counter hit on the 4-8-6 here. We're going to spin that stick. We're going to go through the wall. 3 circles, but not close enough for the animation.
What's so funny is that animation actually doing less damage as the scaling goes up. Much better to just get that single hit.
Canceled it early. Red didn't let it rock. That might have actually punished, but the 5K disjoint is going to catch the trade. Red ties it up on ones.
Yep, it was looking like Classified had a chance to come back there, but RedIAmNot doing such a good job of controlling the pace of the match, making sure that every hit counted, and making sure that on top of that, Classified was not able to get much of that offense started as well.
Both these players doing some big swings here. Dash 5K. Ooh, bit of a delay. Red trying to press. No security gauge. Classified still. There's that willingness to back up. Even though the drone is out, we're just comfortable moving backwards and allowing ourselves to get those whiff punishes. Single overhead still catches them. Red gets opened up and Classified pushes through the corner, not even spending much resources to achieve it. Oh, and 5P anti-air and a $5 contribution to the Maturino from ZX Dink.
Thank you for providing that one, and thank you to Classified for providing that perfect here. Trying to continue that momentum that he built up in the first game, but got briefly taken away from him by Red in game number 2.
Block on the 8-6-2. We're going to try and move forward. Burst comes out. Classified just does run-up DP.
Oh.
Clever 5J.
JK, oh my goodness.
The backdash BRC forward, but doesn't get it. The mash out allows RedIAmNot to take this round. Classified on about 50% of their burst. We're gonna have to try and play a little bit more patient, but there's the anti-air, the jump cancel on the read. RedIAmNot now with no burst.
Yeah, nothing there for Red anymore. Not only no burst, missing about 60% of that life bar as well.
Same side, we have 100%. Does backdash BRC, able to get the counter hit. Such a big conversion. If this goes to the corner and sticks, we might be able to kill. Goldlewis beefy boy, survey says it's not enough.
Those guns coming in handy there. Classified is trying to find a way to close this out before Goldlewis can get going.
Tries again, doesn't come out, but we still get the throw. That was a hey look over there type setup, dude.
Yeah, no, I definitely got my eyes going the wrong way. I wasn't ready to block, tech throw, like close the game if I lost any of that. I couldn't do anything there. I was just mesmerized.
Classified holds up the hand. See this hand? Steady as a rock. But I fire with this hand.
Oh, man. Now we gotta see if Classified can close this one out, or if Red is gonna be able to complete that comeback. Big stakes on both sides.
5P trade. Gold burst comes out a little bit of delay there. Classified is going to be able to build so much tension. The jump out over the 2K2D, but now the jump dust doesn't allow RedIAmNot to move forward. Reversal super. Classified uses that gold burst and resources gained to great efficacy. Jumps out, doesn't want to get hit with any mix. The JD hits deep enough, the 6B does nothing. Oh,
That's still not enough to kill. We love the defensive modifier there from the meter. Now we gotta see if Classified can take advantage of it.
Great opportunity, spiral arrow goes through, 5D, but the 100% tension on the side of Red gets spent. Now Classified builds their burst right back, but Red on that round up.
That was looking so good there for Classified to get things kicked off, but at the end of the day, when you have that little health to work with, you realize that your life is on a very small range.
Great usage of the resources, just as a bit of a stay safe and able to take stock of the situation at hand. Classified. Good job of just keeping up, staying composed here. 5D RC, if we get to the wall, it's going to kill. There we go. That's set point here for Classified.
It is looking like Class only needs one more round to close this one out. So far, so good on the offensive side of things. Tries to get the burst out there. If you're going to find it, Red is going to get that one through.
From full screen, we're so comfortable just moving backwards. And we get all the space right back. 5D instantly. If we build the tension, we don't. Tried to get it with the double Chave. It's not enough.
Another chance at life. Yes, on the -3. What a punish. The burst is up from Classified in the run-up ZP. What a way to close out the set there. 3-1 for Class.
JH. But if I'm the one receiving, I'd prefer not to be on the receiving end of a Ramlethal Valentine's jump heavy slash.
And lethal is absolutely correct. Gonna have to see how that lethality stacks here for SQ.
SQ just playing patient, camping on the succubus. Fubuki is not allowed to move, and you're not allowed to leave the corner jump throw. SQ is going to keep them locked down, and they're fuzzying just a little too hard there. Getting clipped for that 2K. SQ puts them through the corner.
Now, funnily enough, I don't think we have ever seen SQ lose these. They're so good at this. So good at this matchup.
This is historically one of the very bad matchups for Testament.
So many tools, though, could allow Fubuki in order to get out of here. I mean, if you think about, you know, like utilizing the whole character, and Fubuki puts it on full display. As we can see there, gets calm little mix with the tap dust. Not enough meter to go ahead and get the kill, but SQ is on her last legs in this round.
Both of these players are so comfortable using every tool at their disposal. Both of these characters just so well-rounded in how they use their kit. Every attack is useful. Tries to get the fuzzy on the way down.
Got a muscle more mix up. Good tag, and now SQ has no more swords.
Way down, the poke out to stay calm. Fubuki with that first round.
Gotta see what SQ can do in order to get this round back. So far, Fubuki, though, looking to be in prime position to take that. Looked really bad in that first round, but was able to take advantage of the lack of resources from SQ.
Star C, we're going to be able to move through the corner. SQ very strong, especially when she has that tension to use. Great usage, punishes on the landing, counter hit, moving to the corner. We have 100% tension. Might be able to go through. We decide to be conservative and not spend it.
Fubuki trying to get out of dodge here with the reversal super. However, SQ with the fade away JK, great confirming, is going to be able to take this round.
Poking with the Ondo. Very clever usage. That's something that I don't see very often.
It's always hard because, you know, people look at the Rock's frame data in terms of its startup and they're like, oh, like, has it startup? If they predict it, it's over. But I can kind of see SQ's gears turning in her head like, all right, well, if Fubuki wants to continue this high APM playstyle, I can for sure find a chance to Ondo in there as well.
Still pretty content to just camp out by the succubus, but it's proving not super effective against Fubuki as they remain comfortable staying that full screen and doesn't even care that SQ's pushing Fubuki to the corner.
And it's like, you know what? I'm going to continue my gameplay no matter what. No need to worry about the screen position. I got teleport to get out anyway. Once again, great usage of the tool set here from Fubuki. Knows exactly what to use and exactly at the right moment.
So that high APM playstyle that you're mentioning is Fubuki is just so comfortable no matter where they are on screen, and even though SQ's is trying to camp out by the succubus, Fubuki's undeterred.
Didn't do that though. Now, looking a little bit deterred though with his lack of burst. Not even gonna lie. SQ gets a chance to get this patented offense started.
I'll tell you, it's looking like a lack of life here soon. Ooh, it takes the corner.
Back corner. And this is what it looks like when you don't have your burst against Ramlethal. Have to use it in spots where you know it's going to work, or else you're going to get put in a world of hurt.
Oh, there's the YRC bug. SQ was for sure trying to bait that.
Never would get it though. Good use of the resources by Fubuki. Taking advantage of what she's got.
Backing up, keeping it safe, maintaining plus frames. Not trying to overextend. Fubuki is just trying to set up, but SQ's movement is proving dangerous and proving fruitful. There's the kill, but now Fubuki, they spent enough time building up a burst.
I really like that there from SQ, not trying to send too many really committal options. Says, you know what, I'm going to let you walk yourself to the corner. Once you get to that range where these far slashes are going to be guaranteed, that's when I'll start to try and turn up the heat.
Corner, getting caught trying to move, just sending out the H sword through the wall now.
What mash from Fubuki, was barely able to get that 2P in there before the sword exploded.
G doesn't get intangibility through the super. The teleport was for naught. SQ ties it up. We're ones on the board.
That is nuts. What a way for SQ to go ahead and take that. Such good awareness combined with that offense makes for a powerful display.
To get to the corner, once you have to block Ram tossing those swords, tossing those rocks in the corner, in my guilty gear, I'd prefer not to.
Not looking good. Not looking good at all.
Very mobile in the air as well. Having some extended block string opportunities with how they place their fireballs. The burst comes out from SQ, pushing into the corner, and now Fubuki's going to try and use that to move away from the corner. The backdash, and now fireballs out.
Straight hand-to-hand combat. If you discount the swords and the scythe, but, regardless, at the end of the day, not too many resources on either person's side. So it's going to come down to those tools.
I mean, if they were fighting with just the punch button for the real hand-to-hand, I gotta give that to Ram, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah. Punches and kicks. I mean, that 5K just won an arc world tour for being honest.
If we had kicks, maybe Testament could do some work with that 2K.
So strong.
Specifically the kick buttons or attacks that use kicks. Because that gives Testament access to 2D as well, but Ram 2D is not a kick by animation.
Yeah, just kind of utilizing the skirt. Alright, SQ able to pick it up there. Even with the frame kill, that's the beauty of it, still get a nice little pickup.
Oh, they're dead.
Mad SQ. Trying to bring this back with a vengeance. Lost that first game and said, all right, let me log back in. Let me make sure that I remember how I'm going to play out this matchup. And so far, the game plan has been on point, with only the execution being better.
I mean, sort of at this level, at this point in a bracket, the Testaments that you fight are Fubuki and SYMPHUUKAI. And I mean, if they play quite differently. If you're sort of tuned into one more than the other, you have to maybe take a game or two to get used to playing against the other. Oh, yes.
Taking a game. Taking a game is definitely been the name of it. First game always being just data, and SQ exemplifying that as well.
Have the tension, but we don't get the stick. Empty low, just going for the mix-up. Getting some plus frames applied here. Oh, you can't escape.
Yeah, I was going to say, once these plus frames are out, what could you really do? There isn't much, and SQ has proven that right now.
She's so good at just keeping you stuck in the corner, and you cannot fly away. We saw this early on. That very first round, SQ was so strong with in a very similar situation.
SQ now trying to pick on Fubuki while she doesn't have any of that tension. I mean, not any of the tension, excuse me, none of the burst.
Right over the Unholy Diver. SQ's movement's doing quite well, but right now Fubuki's doing a good job locking them down, and Far Slash punishes the attempt, though.
Runs underneath that Ace Reaper. Bit of the danger zone now for Fubuki. Has to try to find her way out, and she does.
Pushing SQ towards the corner as well.
First off from SQ. Maybe figures she'll build it in the later round. Can really respect that burst.
Send on the Sabravato.
Diver. Oh no, the air throw.
This is so dangerous. We're going to the corner, and SQ is going to get the hard knockdown. Percent tension spent. Fubuki not near enough a burst. Spends the deflect shield just to escape, but the guard crush keeps them stuck. SQ has one mix-up attempt. Counter hit 5K doesn't do anything.
Lands with no hit confirmed. This could be the chance that Fubuki needs, and she does. Uses it to stay alive.
SQ still on set point.
Oh, there we go. Locking them down with the swords.
Trying to waste that time so we can get a sword back. RC build, spends the Ondo, and the deflect guard is spent right when we get our H sword back. And now we're through the wall with a super. Fubuki's in dire situation right now.
Definitely not the position you want to be in. Another sword comes out. Deflect shield gives Fubuki another chance, but it's gonna get trapped by that red wild assault, and SQ moves on to the winners finals.
That's just unlucky.
Yeah, like I mean that's just how the luck of the draw goes, especially at these big EWC type tournaments. You gotta be able to go on those deep runs, just like the deep run that we're seeing from these two players here, Nubenheimer, Walter. Two players very familiar with making these deep runs, now fighting to try to keep it alive here on the loser side.
And we saw Walter go down to, I think it was Fubuki on the winners qualifier. Nubenheimer lost to RedIAmNot off stream, but historically this has been a bad matchup for Millia in Guilty Gear's past. And definitely something that is very difficult for Millia now, because Potemkin is that risk-reward kind of monster. You can mix him up a million times, but as soon as he touches you once, you're going to regret picking Millia. Because your health bar is not as long as Potemkin's.
Not at all. Don't have the guts or the defensive modifier to boot, so gotta be so careful, especially when that health bar is dwindling.
Be a little burst safe. Burst comes out anyways. Nubenheimer is basically one touch from killing Walter, but Walter himself unable to get an OTG there, and the counter hit turns into a victory on that first round.
Nubenheimer sacrificing the burst to the Elder Gods in order to pick up that round. Gotta see if it's respectable later on, but Millia doesn't do enough damage to really threaten closing out the next two rounds without at least two bursts coming back.
Yeah, she doles out damage in very small hits. It's really, if you can get like, I don't know, counter hit close slash, that's going to be a lot of damage. But that's just about any other character on the character select screen. But now this is going to be a solid situation despite going through with that 6H unable to cancel into a super.
You're not going to need to cancel that Marbella raid coming through. 25 fellas trying to watch this top 8 run. Congrats on your own run as well.
So good.
Still sitting there in JB territory. Walter goes up unafraid. Once again, as we said, Nubenheimer finding at least one more burst, even despite spending it so early on in the last round, comes up to be the difference maker in this first game.
That just heavy slash karate chop, full screen.
Man, I feel like the matchup is gonna just look like this the entire time. It's like, all right, we've got. It's all right, we're gonna sit here. I'm moving around, making sure I can get in to all of these crevices of the matchup, and then all of a sudden I get hit by 5H and the round's over. So Walter definitely needs to be very careful, very precise with his movement, but even much so against bot.
That 5K, it has like 20 active frames or something nuts like that.
Look at that. That was a 2-piece and it did like 60%. what a shot. Good reaction by Nubenheimer.
Oh, being tricky. Being tricky.
Oh my gosh, this is looking like a murder right now. Nubenheimer, lay off. My goodness.
Closer was Shaker just to stay safe, but catches the backdash, that heavy slash,
Whoa.
turns into a hard knockdown, turns into a cheeky setup into Potemkin Buster. Nubenheimer puts through the wall. Gosh, dang, that's like 60% of their life bar deleted in a single interaction.
It feels like we're still talking about that last game, and then all of a sudden Nubenheimer's like, listen, you want to see me win this game? Want to see me do it again? Picks up another one, and so far is on pace for a dominant 3-0 if Walter has nothing to say about this.
I mean, that's just sort of the nature of the matchup. The nature of Potemkin versus any of these pixie kind of characters. Like, you pull up with Millia, you pull up with Chipp, you pull up with Zato, Bridget. They're just gonna die.
Man, we gotta see what Walter can do to adjust, and what adjustments do you make outside of the character select screen just on cue? Walter is pulling out the Chipp.
I mean, this is not unsurprising. Walter has shown up in TNS top 8 many times with Chipp on the screen.
Still sticking to that speed, but wants a little bit more damage to put behind it. A little bit more oomph on those mix-ups.
Wasn't able to build tension there. I think with this access to Chipp, we have access to this whiff punish game plan at a little bit of extra potency. While Millia is quite fast, Chipp is just a little bit faster. Not to mention, just seeing it now, Beta Blade as an easy reversal option if we're feeling a little scared.
Having the DP makes things a little bit better. Saying, you know what, if I'm gonna die, I at least want a DP behind it. So far working out though, look at that. Takes a round here.
The switch is working out, hell yeah. Gotta be careful, those little hits, it's gonna be definitely painful.
Oh no, this 2D could spell trouble. Tries to go for the pop buster, good stuff. Tried to catch the jump, but not gonna quite get there with the heat knuckle.
That far slash Resho game. We're moving in. There's the throw reapplication. And with a life total like Potemkin, you can afford to just try and block for such a long time as well.
Yeah, throws potential. You got fuzzy busters on the way as well. There's so many defensive options that Pot has here, despite his defense not looking super good on paper.
It's just a numbers game. A character like Potemkin, defense is just a numbers game. And the 6P counter hit, Nubenheimer has been using that punch button to such powerful returns. 5P anti-air, 6P anti-air, even this 2P check that we're seeing right here. Not to mention Potemkin Buster being attached to the punch button.
There we go. Finding its 2D. Trying to push Nubenheimer to the corner. This is looking like the first real lead that Walter has had so far this set. No real answers for Nubenheimer as he tries to adjust to the Chipp pick.
Up throw, didn't build that tension in time to RC. Heavenly's just right out.
Let's try to find a way out. Only way out's with the burst. It's looking like that 50 meter going to waste on the HPV.
The Walters building their own RC here. We're gonna be able to go through the wall. It's gonna be close, but not enough.
Uh-oh, this is real scary. Can armor through maybe one more 5K. Oh, I like that there! Showing off the high PRC into the low. Great stuff from Walter. Now on the board for the first time this set.
I saw Summit doing that at Frosty Faustings, and I've been seeing Chips do that more and more lately. The overhead from the Resho series, just the startup. Fast RC low, it's diabolical. I know I've been seeing Marvello do that a lot as well. Absolutely diabolical.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh, far slash anti-air.
The burst comes out here from Walter of the gold variety as well. should be getting some good value on this. More positive bonus on the way.
Turn into something a little fancy. We can go for a cross-up if we're looking out for a Heavenly, but we're saving it. Nubenheimer historically very willing to just hold our resources on defense.
There we go. Walter once again putting on that offensive onslaught, catching the HPB. And so far, this pick is looking like the right move. 3 straight rounds here for Walter.
Far slash on far slash action.
Oh no! Such unfortunate momentum swing. Now Nubenheimer just trying to find something on the defensive side. Gets the armor. Beta Blade taken out. Beta Blade taken out again. Walter keeps on trying it. Walter keeps on not finding the answer. Keep on going time and time again. But Nubenheimer will always get that spacing for the Garuda impact.
That's some like Three Stooges type interaction that they just had right there.
Oh my god.
Like Chipp trying to Beta Blade on Wake Up is trying to poke their eyes. Nubenheimer's just like, no! Hand up in front of the nose. Block!
There we go. Hold on to Nubenheimer.
I can reversal out with the hammer fall. RC available to both these players. We can even put up the Gigantor if we want. RC's back, the throw comes out. We're gonna turn this into some plus frames. Gamma Blade doesn't connect. We have to FD this out.
Good FDs, but no more meter. If Walter finds anything, it'll be devastating, and does with the far slash. Walter ties it up 2-2.
That very first game, game number 3, with Walter changing to Chipp, very scary for both players. Walter being sort of on the brink of elimination now has tied it up in, I want to say, pretty confident last few rounds, and now we're getting a change of their own. Nubenheimer pulling out Old Faithful, Old Reliable. Nagori Yu.
Nago coming back out. I've seen him playing it a little bit. Uh-oh. It gets off the cab, though. I wonder if that's truly the pick.
Guilty Gear Strive moment?
Nope,
No.
and right back on the pot. Right back on the pot. Kind of teased it there with the Nagoriyuki. Said, I'm not even going to give you that. I'm just going to go straight on back to the character that I have bet the house on as well.
I mean, he's been playing the pot the whole bracket, I gotta think. So doubling down, putting all the chips on the big man. Like the bigger man, I guess.
Both pretty big.
I mean, you see the chest size on Potemkin. He's gotta have to buy custom shirts for that.
Yeah, it's like a 495 bench, like for like 15 reps.
Play this whiff punish, long range, full screen sorta. I'm gonna come in and threaten with my speed gameplay from Walter has been so powerful. Now when the pressure applied, YRC pressure denied.
Yeah. Nubenheimer has had to now play around this Beta Blade. One of the key differences there is the fact that that DP is 2 hits. If you DP
To mention,
on
DPs
that
are
buster,
throw invincible now.
yeah, it's like there's so many benefits going through the armor, going through the throw hitbox as well. So many good tools for them in this matchup, and Walter so far looking to have hit the nail on the head with the counter pick.
From the brink of elimination, Walter is now on set point. The reversal throw, though, this is going to be scary. Safe setup. First comes out. We want to seal it out now.
Oh no, the 2D. No, not this again. Walter, will you go for the Beta Blade? You does, still not scared of the DP. As you said, even on the brink of elimination.
I mean, you got to try. Would you wake up DP for $1 million on this 623 day?
I guess just staying true to the holiday. I mean, look, when it's Christmas, why are you gonna complain about someone putting up a Christmas tree?
Heat tackle anti-air. This is final game, final round.
Slight burst advantage on Nubenheimer's side. Not only getting this burst built up, but getting this burst gone for Walter in any way possible is going to be huge. Let's go out. Gets the cross up. Any burst here is dangerous. Walter has to try to find a way out.
Heat tackle
That's
just
not gonna be
whiff. Just spending it. Jump dust on the way down. Walter now with near a full burst is going to be able to spend anything they want. Unfortunate drop of the tightrope combo.
no!
The reversal buster. Reversal of fortune. Reversal of sides. Reversal DP.
What is there? Oh no, this combo should do it if Walter doesn't drop. And the reverse sweep with the counter pick. Walter, what a player.
Countless times on this stage on twitch.tv/Tampa Never Sleeps. Dany versus Jack. That's a classic. It's a classic.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like the strongest gear player in TNS of today versus all time right now. Both these players definitely making their mark on the tournament series.
Committing to that steady aim shot there. Backdashing on the way out. Playing a bit of a footsies game, not relying on the reticle, just trying to get in that range. Yeah, now we have our curse applied. That's so strong for Jack. Oh,
BRC down. You know what's really interesting so far, though? This is the first time that we have seen Jack on stream so far.
yeah, got sent down to losers. Classified took it over Jack 3-2, I want to say.
Yep. I mean,
Wall?
wall to wall, looking like a Michael Jackson song. 6S gonna take him through, and now the first round going to Jack.
I don't think Happy Chaos can dunk, but I think he can drain a few threes.
Oh, for sure.
You see that
He's
curse?
got that game.
It's the fadeaway jumper.
Textbook chest pass.
Happy Chaos probably has some solid fundamentals on the court.
I definitely picture him as more of a street ball legend, something akin to the professor, just based on the way he fights as well.
I think no matter what, he can definitely pull off a flop.
100%.
Did the RC attempt trade with 5K?
Yeah,
How did that stun dipper trade with 5K?
yeah, I was like, I'm not even gonna. I don't even want to look at the mechanics behind that because I know I'll just get mad.
I want rewind. I want enhance. That's what I want.
Go.
The wall, maintaining shock state there with Sacred Edge.
Sacred Edge. Such a good damage ender as well. Enough time to block. Dany's defense looking so good. They're taking the throw though. Thrown to the corner as well. Jack has to burst out of that. Was gonna be curtains.
Big counter hit. We're gonna be able to go through the wall. Not building the tension for it. Just applying stain, giving us curse state. Excuse me. So many states. But now with 50% tension and more to spend. Oh, that was tricky.
Now the burst is out of Dany. It was looking bad for Jack before. 6P. We were talking about those fundamentals, and in Guilty Gear, it's 6P gets him out of the sky. Dany putting on a show in game number 1.
Kai probably has a pretty sick crossover.
Oh, has to. I mean, I was talking before about my my basketball Guilty Gear tier list, and
Before we get deep into this next game, who's your starting 5?
so starting 5, I got my guards are Chipp and Kai. Then for my forwards, I got Faust and Leo, and then I got at the 5, I got Roiyariti. I think that matches. I think they don't lose to any other 5 in Guilty Gear.
To look at the character select screen to have an opinion. And also, I don't really know a lot about basketball.
If anyone wants to challenge me, I'll let you know. I think that they win that.
at ABNFGC on Twitter if you want to talk Guilty Gear basketball.
Or just basketball or sports in general. I post too much about sports on there anyway. There we go, though. Only sport we're doing though from Jack is we're shooting. Look at that. Almost a full health bar as well. Has the curse. It's too much.
Instant blocking. Trying to pull out the hip fire, not quite enough. Dany doing a good job fighting out of the corner. TP, yeah, that's actually one of the benefits of having the Vapor Thrust. It hits very well behind him.
Don't gotta worry about any of that cross-cut nonsense they got to Street Fighter 6.
But yeah, the anti-air hit on that FubukiVr gives some more plus frames, allowing the brave run up there. And the 5K stop sign just put it out. These Happy Chaos normals. Run up stun dipper, okay.
No, Jack getting caught with the frame trap. At least not mashing on it though. Wouldn't that huge damage with the 6H starter.
Sides, we have no bullets, but we just get the opportunity to reload. Dany ran into the reticle there. Single bullets, maintaining plus frames.
Oh my, gets the bullet in there as well.
That hits so deep.
That was gross. It felt like he was stomping on the toes, but you look at the move properties, it still says overhead.
Air to ground J2K hitting your shins.
That's disgusting. Here we go though, Jack. Trying to run it all the way back here, getting it started with that second game in the tank.
Just trying to play a little patient. We've seen the willingness to DP already, but Dany's, I won't say reluctant to use it, but definitely very tricky in how he spends his Vapor Thrust usage. Oh, the FD out punishes the 2D, and it gets a knockdown reversal here. Pushing it into the corner, Jack is able to go through. Be a little burst safe at first, but doesn't get it quite yet.
Man, gotta get the focus. Gotta get the bullets back as well. I love that. I mean, it seems like no matter what Happy Chaos Ender you get, you're at least getting 2 of the 3 back between focus, bullets, and curse. So always enough in the chamber to get things started.
Little burst safe there, but the delay on the burst allows Jack to push Dany to the corner. The full clip. We're running out of focus though. There it goes. 2 DRC is gonna allow them to take it. Jack picks up this round after spending their burst.
Jack trying to make sure that he can secure this. It's looking real hard, especially when you have no burst against Kai. One of the only defensive options you've got is now off the table.
Right into the Ride the Lightning. From half screen through the wall. Huge damage. Not enough though. Happy Chaos a bit frail, but wasn't quite close enough. Trying to be a little tricky with it. I swear, every Happy Chaos player, they get 50% tension, and then they do the weirdest, most silly blue RC setup you've ever seen.
I love it. You get those liberties in this game. So many uses of the RC mechanics. Try to stand block it, alleviate some of that frame advantage, but it's not enough. Shockjoc still carrying the brunt of that.
Playing at that bar slash, that jump slash, stun edge range was so powerful, so strong, keeping Jack stuck in the corner. Burst bait into the auto time meaty setup.
Oh man!
The Heckett YRC. We did that. The Heckett YRC.
You know, it's like this round's about over. Let me just go next.
The stun edge RC control the screen. It's classic. That's a Guilty Gear classic right there. That's a Guilty Gear classic going on 20+ years.
Duel 1.
I mean, this is
Let's rock.
sadly a tale as old as time. Who's been annoying since the end of time as well. Jack able to put the gun away in time.
And we're moving towards the corner, trying to keep Jack at bay. With all these resources to his name, he's going to be able to fight out. What's the slick move there? Dany is a Kai player that I think plays so different than so many Kais. He's so comfortable just playing in the air. He's so comfortable playing in the air. And something that I think people don't talk about enough is how good Kai's air normals are.
100%. I mean, that JS, so strong. JD for air stall. Like, despite kind of looking like the Shoto archetype, has so much utility in the air as well.
Put a little stutter in their step, trying to get the burst out. Still, we got that shining blue bar burst already and prepared to be spent for Dany.
Oh, we're rolling on through. Get that DP out of here. Jack with the conversions and with the hard read on the burst bait. Jack with an incredible offensive sequence to try to push this momentum back his way.
Jack's burst baits, they're so frequent, yet they work out. Like, he has a solid 80% hit rate on burst baits. It's kind of crazy.
Man, now Jack is bringing that one back. 2-2 here. Needs 2 more rounds to try to take it, but Dany trying to stop the bleeding as much as possible and return to the form we've seen in 2 of these previous games.
This is 2 apiece. Just got to win 2 more rounds, and that's going to be it. Winner of this off to fight Fubuki in the losers quarterfinals.
Duel 1.
I mean, Fubuki, a very tough opponent, kind of waiting in the gallows for whoever wants to come challenger.
Here's that throw going on. Heavy stun edge. Keep them stuck. Keep them staying still. And now the commando roll cross through. We're at liberty to do whatever we want.
I like that. Good recognition from Jack, saying, I might not be able to get the super. Let's just go for the safe option and break with no meter.
First save here. Willing to save it for the next round. This is set point here. Dany Maza.
Good jump out from Jack. Oh no, drops the combo. Good throw to try to stop the bleeding on the resources. DP out from Dany, and now Jack gonna get so much damage.
And the double safe setup, using that FD break to get it lower so we don't have to open ourselves up with the necessary reticle for a confirmation. The throw ties it up. And now it's final game, final round. Double Luigi.
Yep. We got round 1 losers as well. Whoever loses this is going to be sitting in 7th place on the finishing graphic.
The burst already gone. This puts Jack in a pretty good place. Delayed JS gets hit by
Whoa.
Dany trying to press, but the 5K catches the sword through the wall. Here we have the Deus Ex to put them on the ground.
Wow, with punish or not, that was such a good conversion there from Jack. My goodness, what optimized play. Look at that, give him all the momentum back as well. This might be able to kill, but just wants to go for the safe option. Wants to make sure the curse is on as well.
There's the bendy sword, 10 frame far slash.
Try to go for the air throw. Gonna be big damage, goes for the sacred edge. Now it's about all tied up, 100 bar and the burst as well. Jack has been trying to find something. Got meatied.
We ran up. The hip fire with the curse applied allows Jack to move forward. Always posting there's a tournament like 6 out of 7 days out of the week that has like 50 players or more. RedIAmNot, no stranger to those tournaments as well. Definitely an online tourney grinder. Walter a little bit more sparse in their tournament entrances, but definitely deep runs no matter when we see them.
Yeah, I mean, RedIAmNot. I feel like turning grinder is an understatement. Is entering something almost every single day, if not every day of the week as well. So it's like it's kind of hard to, even when you have a work ethic like that, still be, still just be considered a grinder. Like we need a new word for something like that.
Chat, we can brainstorm this together, but right now the burst comes out from Red and trying to push Walter to the corner. And even though Millia has all of those air mobility options, when the drone is on the screen, you can just sort of sit and chill and let her spend those air actions and respond. And this has allowed Red to just get this offense by forcing Walter into unfortunate parts of the screen where Red can really control. But now he gets an air dash, pushes them down. Got tension available, goes for the low. Very tricky.
I like that from Walter, hitting the 2-frame as well. But sometimes you don't need 2 frames, you need to punch. RedIAmNot using that to gauge the space, get the connection, and then of course taking that first game against Walter.
This is a tough matchup. Another sort of classical bad Millia matchup. It's the big damage one-shot characters that have some pretty solid anti-airs versus Millia, who gets swatted out of the air and just absolutely dies when you counter hit her.
There's a lot of really weird nuances in this matchup that we will probably see as this continues. But the only thing that we're going to be seeing as we continue is this Gabe 038 $5 donation, bringing the pot up to 40 bucks as RedIAmNot brings Walter's life total down to 0.
Oh, there's the elbow. What an anti-air. That 2P is such a good button. Freaking Secretary of Absolute Defense, Goldlewis 2P.
Absolute defense and even better offense somehow, using those security cancels to try to keep things moving against Walter, but a clutch Capel to get out of there.
Some birthday train lovers. RedIAmNot confirmed birthday train enjoyer.
Thursday train is gone. So is this meter from Walter, getting the hard knockdown.
Goes for the safe jump setup there. It's not a very potent mix-up, but it's guaranteed safe around these setups. We're trying to swing the coffin, the instant low with the fast RC drift down. Tries to get some sort of cheeky fuzzy overhead.
Good blocks from Walter. Tried to go for the reset there, but Walter's so diligent on the punish. Gets the jump and gets the round.
Oh, anti-air 2P. Goes for the safe jump setup as well. This is big damage.
Connection with the 4-2-6. Getting the wall bounce. Now we're going to churn it all the way. Gets the extra damage with the fact that there's no animation, and RedIAmNot only needs one more round.
Backdash. That's big body privilege there. It allows him to escape. Walter a little unconfident in that situation. Down back allows Red to move forward. That's 2 games in pretty quick fashion.
It's like pretty quick there, I would say to myself. Maybe we're gonna see the Chipp swap here as well. I know that Chipp players don't necessarily like this matchup all too well.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think no one likes this matchup.
Oh yeah, no, that one's for sure. Goldlewis is a very rough character to deal with, especially after a long day of playing the game.
Backing away, Walter has confirmed the Chipp for an attempted counter pick. This is their last bet. All the chips down.
With the bars comes the fact that this is the last character that Walter will see in the loser's quarters. Either he's winning it with the Chipp and taking it all the way, or he has to die on this decision that he made, because you can't counter swap the moment that you lock in and win again.
Tries to run up anti with the 5P, but just high enough with that jump dust. Oh, and you're dead. Set point here for Red.
Gosh. Birthday train giving RedIAmNot the power up needed to shoot for this 3-0.
That's part of the mind games, man. You got to put on the song. You got to put on the songs that get you going. Put on the songs to make your opponents mad too.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say definitely probably more of an annoying pick than anything. Oh no, it whiffed! No! So tragic here. The burst out here from Walter. The final stand. 486 is gonna take it after the miss input, and what a heartbreaker to go out.
Yeah, quick fashion done there. RedIAmNot taken down. We'll have to see if Fubuki has what it takes here to climb this mountain, push the boulder up, and see if it stays at the top.
Man, I'm thinking that it's gonna. I feel like Fubuki has the tools necessary to win this matchup. I believe that it was Fubuki we saw win it before. And Jack so far, with the poor resource management, is going to give her a chance to even get started.
The burst sends Fubuki back to the corner, and now this is where you do not want to be. Camping the Succubus Arbiter sign allows for the confirmation. Because the Unholy Diver didn't actually reach the Succubus, it allowed for this full combo. The reverse hit.
Well, that there, Deus Ex gonna send him through. Fubuki working on his
he's out here, he's hitting the whip.
Let's look at that. Goes for the throw. Fubuki is already primed and ready with the 4D. You aren't gonna get those by her very often.
Trying to escape. The Unholy Diver held Unholy Diver. Controlling the air allows Fubuki to move in. Put her in a good spot.
First move out here from Jack. Already on his last stand here in game number 1. Fubuki's movement has been primed so far. It's caught. What a conversion there for Fubuki.
A talented testament play, understanding where the Succubus is on screen. Unfortunately, not able to get the wall break, but we flung ourselves. The absolute Happy Chaos Cannon out here. Jumps over the charge slash Grave Reaper.
So many options out here from Fubuki. Goes for the throw. Jack is all of a sudden in this thing. Gets the Goomba Stomp. Not gonna connect and may not kill here. The starter not too good. Still has one more hit left.
Touch game. If we let go of the green bubble, we might accidentally get chipped as well. And the 5D takes it. The quick dust, 20 frames of overhead action.
Such a rough break for Fubuki. Not able to quite get the kill and ends up paying the price for it.
Hipfire trying to lock Fubuki down because they used the Grave Reaper. They're stuck still. Had to block it. The open up allows Jack to move through. That's 20 bullets to the chest right there.
Such good conversion ability from Jack. Gets the 6S and is still going to find a way to kill her with a Deus Ex. Bringing it back. Jack, what a good sequence and what a great way to close out this round.
There's something that's so important about Happy Chaos, something that makes him such a great character. It's that conversion ability. Absolute sandbox of a character. Happy Chaos can just do whatever the heck he wants. The reticle and steady aim just allows him to make every hit turn into a huge either positional advantage, resource advantage, life advantage, or even a full-on game victory.
Jack just seems to have this strange plot armor around him that allows him to get these comebacks. Fubuki trying to neutralize it as much as she can, though. Now, so far, we're doing a pretty good job.
All the way to the corner. We built the 50. Deus Ex Machina. We're going to be able to recoup resources spent here. No focus buff, so it's going to be an expenditure if we want to shoot some bullets. Out as well.
He's trying to run this neutral. I like the teleports, making sure that the reticle is never on me. Jack trying to run in way too deep.
Oh gosh. Huge pickup here and the kill.
Huge $10. 10 beans coming through from Sake Tsunuki. Good throw there.
Sonic catching them, just trying to move out of the way. And once we left the succubus, Fubuki very astute and very pointed, teleporting out. The burst has to give them space.
There we go. Good jabs coming out here. Still doesn't have too much to his name in regards to concentration.
Pick up here, going through the wall. It's going to be a kill here. Jack is 2 games up.
We go up 2-0. We already kind of said it before. The matchup is looking a little bit rough. But the winner of this will have to face RedIAmNot in the losers semis, and it will round out our top 4.
Fubuki has to dig deep. Do we have the response? Do we have what it takes to overcome this matchup here?
Good questions with answers that we have yet to see.
Right now, Fubuki's on the back foot, up against the ropes. Usage of the Arbor Sign, but the Stain is going to stay mighty tricky. Jack just bouncing up and down, left and right. Instant burst right when he got hit. And now the bounce on the curse is going to allow Jack to have extraordinarily strong position here.
Oh man, the 6-8, 6S, excuse me, just barely able to catch Fubuki. And Jack, as we know it, taking it all the way to the bank. There only needs one more touch to close out this round, and does so with the 5H.
The Stain applied through the curse applied, excuse me, through the wall break allows the hip fire to lock on so much quicker. Right now, Jack is just letting those shots rip.
Oh no. Finds the close slash with so much risk. Nostro, look at the damage on this.
That's risk cranked and a very weak health bar on the side of Testament. Just trying to fight out. Double instant block allows Jack to stay in, but right now Fubuki escapes. Is trying to maintain positioning and try to keep their ground.
Tried to call something out there. Isn't going to find it. Gold burst from Fubuki gives her the positive bonus.
Available for both players. The quick RC catches Fubuki trying to press something. Jack with, I want to say, 6 straight rounds after the first round loss versus Fubuki. Yes, but definitely a player that has a lot of success under his belt. I'm not sure about the actual full victories, though.
I believe that he has gotten second, so we have yet to see that true victory come out here. But as you mentioned before, in a prime chance to do so in the winter finals, if SQ doesn't dash these hopes away.
Already through the wall with a super. Classified spent their burst early and is not able to build defensive resources, barely just below that 50% burst. SQ with clean precision makes through that first game, and now a swift reversal already. SQ takes some damage.
Big tap dust coming out from SQ.
Such a good button. 5D's pretty good button, I tell you.
Good button on all fronts.
Electing not to use it. SQ has a full stick of butter though.
Just like the rest of the buttons that Ram has to her disposal. Uh-oh, trying to bait out the burst, gives Class another chance. Gio is too explosive for you to want to do this. Has the damage buff as well.
There's no way she's living after
take it out.
She might.
Oh,
she does.
no!
I'm so. Oh, that's my fault, chat. I'm so sorry. 50% tension. We spend it.
No! Oh my goodness! And then it's gonna still find the 2K. Had the meter to try to close that one out and isn't gonna land it. Gohan gets taken down.
I'm sorry, chat. That was my fault. That was my fault.
It's alright though. Class is gonna get another chance. As you've already seen so far in that last game, is able to go toe-to-toe with SQ.
Dash jump JK. Movement from Classified has still been quite good. No matter what, SQ's just been able to put them to the corner so quickly. Dash up, throw, whiff, punish. Cheeky. Oh,
Come out
okay.
here from Class this time. Listen, Classified's like, I don't need all your fancy mix in order to open you up. I'm doing just fine with the strike and a throw.
Our attention. There we go. Oh. Spending that YRC, SQ still on the back foot though. Classified has just held her in the corner the entire duration of this round and seals it out.
Good spacing there, able to land the 6K as well, and 6P.
Imagine doing something in the air. Couldn't be me.
Not quite. Neither of these characters can, of course not. No good air buttons here. High then low, YRC by SQ. Allows her to bring Classified all the way to the other corner.
Ooh, Fuzzy jumps out, able to escape the Ondo. Still stuck in the corner. We're going to try and reapply the pressure. Dashes forward, not even scared of the sword application there.
And the 5H so scary. Oh, the far slash. Doing so good, punishes the landing, tried to go for the wild assault. And now it's going to be a reign of terror. Not just that, but the swords as well, as SQ closes out that round.
Classified was so close to be able to seal it out. So close for that red wild assault to actually connect and prevent the burst. But the burst spend means that Classified is going to be moving forward with more access to more resources.
It's just been bad beat after bad beat for Classified. Just trying to get something to go his way. It's a throw.
Heavy damage with that wrist crank.
Gets a trade combo as well. And Class ends up tying it up 1-1.
Very clean confirmations. Once Classified gets started, I think both these players, once they get started, they're so good at sealing it out. We've seen it many times by SQ. She's been on stream just a few more times, but we saw it against Red as well when Classified played them. Just so good at holding ground, staying in that space where Geo is a constant threat. If you're trying to escape the corner, if you're trying to jump, if you're just sitting down and allowing him to stay grounded, it's so strong for Classified to just be in that range where he can play his game and react to what you want to press him with.
Classified trying not to let those young man reactions go into waste. Has been so good with the whiff punishes all tournament and plans on continuing that against SQ.
Keep her in the corner. It's like the land, that makes it a little tricky. And there's that throw RC DP has been so strong, even though it hasn't hit once.
Yeah, it just gives you the coverage that you need to cover a character that has as many options as Ramlethal does. And as you've noted, doesn't necessarily need to hit because it has been doing its own work and paying the bills.
Oh, and the backdash right outside of the explosion as well allowed Classified to be a little tricky with it. The cross-up was not reacted to. SQ down the round here, pushing them back, using the Chave increase on the spin kick.
Not quite landing the Ondo there. Should be good though. Gets the fuzzy. No real meter to convert into an HKD, so SQ is going to just be returning back to neutral here.
We have the 50. Any hit's going to be able to turn into whatever we want here. Turns it into a Calvados. Plenty of damage in the instant wall break.
Such a strong super, they had to lock it behind a resource condition. That's not just the meter.
Yes, there, getting hit, counter hit. No tension, able to turn that into any sort of kill.
Oh, and SQ gets both swords back as well. Should aid the conversion ability. Gets Ondo. One more sword. This mix-up's going to be tough. Good block from Classified, though. DP allows him to stay in front here in this interaction. Should be the tap dust. It is. And Classified takes the round.
2-1 now. Classified. Feeling comfortable. Feeling good tonight. Trying to move on to grand finals on the winner's side.
Man, now we got to see what SQ has answer-wise, because all I got to say is that it was looking up tied 1-1 beforehand, and the games and the play reflected it. But now Classified is kind of breaking away, pulling away, and making sure that this skill gap is not only wide, but pronounced as well.
SQ needs to get those initial open-ups. That's how she gets her win so comfortably, so confidently. And while there are a lot of other win conditions, that's what has shown her the victory in that first game we saw.
Oh man, Classified already up to a strong start, getting the burst out of SQ early.
Just full send on the spiral arrow. Just get in, stay in, and stay in we do. Unfortunately, the super jump out.
Oh no!
Dash. Big counter hit, big damage. Get to the wall, get the break, super. That's gonna be set point here for Classified.
Man, I mentioned it earlier before. It was looking like the skill gap was running away from SQ here for a minute, and Class has just been so right all the time.
But here's the counter hit. Whitehurst comes up. We were going for some sort of jump cancel, jump heavy, I have to assume, but right now we're stuck down here trying to catch the dash up the 2K, but we went right over it. Now stuck in the corner, 50% to use.
A good option from SQ. Trying to just get a little bit of breathing room here. Classified does not let her have any. Good dash out. Great counterplay to the swords. Defensive sequence pays off for Classified, not only in getting out of the situation, but in taking the set 3-1 to go to grand finals on the winner's side.
Been Jack into Red into SQ.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say it's all of his souls that he has slain are now duking it out, trying to see who is gonna be the one to take it. Oh, RedIAmNot on the Nago, though. It's a pick that we have not seen so far this tournament, at least on stream.
I can't say that I've seen Red play Nagoriyuki in a bracket.
We have seen this kind of develop, at least not in bracket, as you said. Now trying to pull it out against Jack of all players. Such a tough pick, but has to believe in it if you want to pull it out in the loser semis.
Well, I was not expecting that throw to kill. There has to have been a little bit of extra blood there to have given the extra damage. Blood and perhaps some risk as well.
See his opportunity, trying to go for the White Wild Assault. Kara coming out and bets the house on landing that mix-up. RedIAmNot has tied it up here with Jack.
Nagoriyuki is the one-shot character. That's his archetype on the character select screen. RedIAmNot pulling out 2 one-shot characters in this very evening.
Big shot moniker, very fitting on this fine Monday night.
First comes out, we don't want to go through the corner. Gets a little bit of our blood back with that 2S connection. Now Jack's just sick, do whatever he wants.
Such a hard draw. You have to spend the blood on something if you want to get in. But it's looking like Jack is going to end up being the one to lose this round. Right there, especially with that. This should be able to kill here with a 6H, and it does. The first game is going to, I would say, unexpectedly go to RedIAmNot.
That's the one shot that's the one shot. That's the one opportunity. He gets you, he kills you, he does a lot of damage. That's Nagoriyuki. We've seen it the entire life cycle of Guilty Gear Strive. Nagoriyuki has been on the upper echelon, and for very good reason. Such impeccable control, such explosive damage, and the way that he designs right now, his design right now is just all about getting that mix-up, getting into your face and spend, get those hits, get those kills.
It's definitely a lot more on the resource management side in past times, but that's kind of the way that they've designed him, and it has looked like a menace of a design so far in its current iteration.
Some blood back here. We have 50% tension to spend to stay safe. Turns it into the universe.
Let's go for the close slash there. Good YRC from Jack. Gonna allow him to fight his way out of the corner.
Takes it to the other side. Getting a counter hit as
well.
well.
What a jab! My goodness, what a jab there from RedIAmNot. We were talking about maybe fishing for that counter hit. Not even gonna be necessary.
Decent damage being dealt here. Gets the OTG. Not a plus situation though.
First
comes
comes
out.
out.
That's a successful escape.
So good here, especially for RedIAmNot. Trying to whittle away at these resources from Jack.
Just quite at that third block of blood. Just when that 6H attempt came out, so was unable to actually getting clipped once more. 2K2D, the double low. He's a tricky character. Sometimes you go for the double low, sometimes you go for the 5D. Happy Chaos is just, you do whatever you want. Like, he's always covered.
He truly gives you that freedom with the shot. And with the shot in general, Jack, one of the only Chaoses to really put that into motion.
Comes out, this is going to be a solid positioning here. If we can get enough hits. To the wall here.
Even without the wall, had enough in the chamber in order to close that one out. Jack is now going to put one on the board.
Very first game was extraordinarily fast, and right now Jack is getting a read on how Red wants to play the Nagoriyuki. That's dangerous because Jack is adept. Jack is smart. He is ready to learn and ready to fight.
A learning robot, as one might say. Trying to fight for this other spot in the losers finals. Good throw there. Great read by RedIAmNot. Yet another one there with the command grab. For the high. And another command grab. This round's going perfectly so far. Jack has to be so careful. Another command grab there, but it's not going to connect this time.
Keep them at base, stay in that range outside of that far slash, and the knockdown off the Beyblade turns into OTG to kill Red, despite spending that burst. Pretty solid position. Big spends though. Supply. This is going to be very tough for Nagoriyuki to deal with if we can escape this positioning.
Definitely a tough draw. Red needing to find something to get that blood management underway. Now sitting here at almost full blood against Jack, who has been so good about keeping Red out and is going to continue to do so here with the Deus Ex Machina.
Extra tricky here on offense. YRC actually connecting. We don't have a lot of blood to give.
Trying to get some of that back. Does so with the close slash. Should be just enough to stay out of that blood rage.
Same side ends up going. The RC seals it out. But we have the burst spent. Red built their own.
Such a high risk, high reward pick here in this matchup. You got to realize that if you don't get that hit that you're looking for, especially early on, then you could be in a world of trouble.
Red is just so willing to spend blood to get close, stay close, and pull Jack to the corner. And he's been playing a lot of this game at just over that 2 blood stocks.
Oh, the close slash anti-air. RedIAmNot with the trade has enough time for the conversion and is going to go up 2-1.
I think a crucial factor of this matchup right now is that Red wants to smother Jack. And there's a lot of Nagoriyuki players out there who really just love playing that slow-paced game. But Red right now is just get in, stay in, do big damage, keep you in the corner, use those big sword normals to prevent you from escaping. And while Happy Chaos has an incredible set of normals on their own, Red is doing such a good job staying outside the range of moves like 2S, far slash, 2D, even being very cognizant at range for something like an instant air dash.
The Beyblade. Connected well though. See Jack finally on offense with RedIAmNot, practically 0 blood to give, just trying to find any opportunity to get it back.
Those heavy slashes did a good job of recuperating some of that blood, but Jack found the opportunity to move forward. Instant air dash over the heavy slash. This allows him to get in the corner. Positive meter bonus is going to put him in a good position, but the wake up super Red, they have the 50 to stay safe.
For the command grab, not going to quite land. Oh, the DP, Jack able to get the punish. Great usage of the meter as well. Gonna be
kill here.
Honestly, might especially, even though the blood isn't super high, just enough to give Jack that fighting chance.
In Deus Ex Machina, it's like 18, 19 hits or something crazy. It's very good against characters with low health because it goes through guts like a hot knife through butter.
Gonna be finding another opportunity to use it here. Finds a hard knockdown there again. Not quite at that level 3 blood, and that wasn't gonna be anywhere close with the BSU.
I did not expect him to be in range for that. Oh my gosh. Instant burst. We have plenty of blood. Just Fukio forward throw.
Uh-oh. Okay, and I love how they both know that it was
the
that they were gonna
situation.
pop. Yeah, it was cooked regardless. So, you know, just having a little bit of fun with it. Trying to just go next.
I'll hold that FD just to save it a little bit.
Yeah, it's like just try to do anything you can, but at the end of the day, it's like I can't do literally anything.
We're in game 5 now, and I swear this is game 5, but this set has gone by so quickly. I feel like this has just been these matches so swift.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the nature of the game, right? It's like if you have 2 blood and Jack has enough resources, then he's played this matchup enough times to know exactly how to zone you out. However, you know, if RedIAmNot lands that hit that they're looking for, you know, whether that's the counter hit close slash, whether that's the BSU, then you can already count the round as much as over. Now going to be seeing this explosiveness as we go into a game 5 scenario.
Fukio back Beyblade situation, push Jack to the corner, get a little blood back, but the quick draw is able to go through. Red bursting despite having so much blood up, and gets a little back. Oh, what a call out!
Here you go. What a throw. Wasn't actually able to land it there. But I'm not getting counter hit. Trying to press on something. Not too sure what though.
Some damage here. Wrist crank, counter hit, close slash starter. Got starting to kick in towards the end though.
What a call out on the meaty.
This is great. If it doesn't kill outright, which I don't think it will, we have plenty of blood to spend afterwards. Oh, and right for the overhead. RedIAmNot puts themselves in a set point situation.
I kind of love the way that RedIAmNot is cranking the feast or famine up to 11. Says, you know what? I'm going to land this mix up or I'm going to die, and I'm good with both outcomes, believe me.
counter hit. No way you want to take that.
Check the Deus Ex. So far looking in a prime position to send us to a final game, final round, especially with that whip punish on the throw.
It's spent burst already. We're going to be able to use this positive meter bonus to regain our resources, get some knockdowns, get the damage. Just trying to go for a bit of a check, not quite checkmate situation, but making it so that you have to hold the green bubble if you want to stay alive.
Holding the green bubble, we shall. We go final round, final game. Only one more round to decide who's going to be getting that guaranteed third place and fighting SQ and loser side.
Comes out at the last moment there.
Uh-oh.
Delay there, catching them.
Good board management so
bloodbath.
far. RedIAmNot, I'd assume, very okay with this. Oh no! Tries to go for the burst, not gonna get there in time. Gold burst comes out from Jack, and now the scenario is looking all too scary.
One-touch situation.
Whoa!
The backdash, the trade.
Trade! No!
5B.
But no, now you're like, all right, Ramlethal can lose. There's a chance here.
This is
Right
definitely a big chance matchup here for Goldlewis. I know SQ's maybe a little bit relieved because I know she's definitely felt all of the trials and tribulations of Happy KS, but we're going to feel the trials and tribulations of the Secretary of Absolute Defense. That's the first round done with a swiftness, with a perfect, nonetheless.
I gotta say, even though I'm hoping for a good match overall, I think it would be hype to see the Class versus RedIAmNot run back after CEO, after the winner's top 48 qual. I gotta see what type of fire RedIAmNot would be packing afterwards.
Going up for that throw there. Damage dealt. Swords recouped 50% for Red. Both bars.
Yeah. Windshield wipers coming through. Now only one more hit should do it. Good YRC though, and an even better jab coming out here from SQ to stay alive in this game.
That was a brave jab. YRCs are like plus 20 at least, something crazy. And she just pressed.
Must have.
Oh. 6-2-4 to wall stick and a quick wall break to deal it. Red with a quick burst. We're just trying to push SQ to the corner.
Wow.
Anti-air catches. That's a first game up.
I like that there from RedIAmNot saying, you know what, I need you off me immediately. I would rather you not be putting me in this offensive situation ever. And it worked out there perfectly. Seems like the game plan around that burst was exactly what the doctor ordered.
Burst is more than just a defensive mechanic, and even beyond the deflect shield wild assault applications of it, burst as an actual mechanic, not just the burst bar, is more than just a defensive mechanic, because there's so much that can go into it. RedIAmNot used it so well there just to keep the corner and keep the offense, but now we'll have to see, do they want to use it here to put SQ back in the corner?
Go. Here's he comes out.
There's the burst there. Didn't want the side swap on the 248.
R/5H. Classic string, especially from that range. And then we see that SQ wants to get off to a hot start in this game.
Round start there. Same side of the jump heavy slash. Oh, once again on the 842.
Getting the full 1080 there as well. Optimization station, RedIAmNot.
Gotta hold that bubble. The backdash attempt getting caught. 486, such a strong Behemoth Typhoon. They're all so good, but that one is something that I've seen so many gold players use to such high success.
Running behind the hitbox. So hard to deal with, just like that JH. Great conversion here from SQ. Not enough meter there for the Mortabato. Now RedIAmNot's looking to be down.
It's the block. Very good paying attention there, and able to get the cross up on the safe jump as well. We're spinning the circles.
Oh my goodness gracious, look at the damage. In this round has swung completely in the other way.
SQ 50% or 100% tension, spans the blue RC.
Wants to get out of dodge there. He wants to set up another 6-8-4 opportunity. RedIAmNot using the meter to just try and FD SQ out. May not have enough for a YRC. Could this come to haunt them? And it does. The deflect shield not going to do nearly enough. And SQ is going to steal this last game from that round.
Very smart routing. The way SQ's pressuring and able to get that heavy slash sword back towards the very end, using that off of the flow slash, despite the deflect shield, heavy slash into heavy sword throw. Not gapless, but you can't jump out of that. You can't escape out of it. Red used the deflect shield and was just trying to leave the corner to no avail.
Right now, we are all tied up.
Out. Does not want to stay in the corner. An early burst means that even if we lose this match quickly, we'll be able to build one towards the second round.
Good blocks it from RedIAmNot. Gets hit by the 6H though. And the sword RC. Been doing so much work since the very beginning. Continues to do so here in loser finals.
We're going to be able to get the kill here. SQ puts herself in a strong position.
SQ taking one of her first definitive leads. Would like to double up on that and get this 2-1 start, set herself up for set point.
Location JH contesting against the JD, and there's the burst bait once more. SQ is able to get another hit, but spending a sword, we don't get as much damage and don't get a kill yet.
Yeah, it's looking bleak. RedIAmNot has one more opportunity to block a 50-50 and is not going to get there. Perfect from SQ. Has absolutely stolen the momentum straight from RedIAmNot.
That first game from Red was so strong in their favor, but right now SQ, that's a clean reversal. SQ's feeling must be feeling good. SQ is looking very strong right now.
Yeah, RedIAmNot's gonna have to make some serious adjustments to try to get out of this one. SQ's offense has looked just about as primed and ready as ever.
Dash up throw. First time we've seen that option here. Doing a good job just spacing and keeping Red out. Despite the range, Red was just absolutely stuck in the corner there.
Looking absolutely stuck in the corner no matter where Red is. Whether that's the corner, whether that's just mid-screed. It seems like Ram with this guard crush pressure has just been so nuts. 2 perfects in a row carrying over from the last game.
Putting up that 5K, that's the Arc World Tour winning 5K, like you said.
Red finding the burst. JH connects with the JD, not gonna have the same fate for Red. Trying to find some.
We're still able to hold corner and still able to put the pressure on. We built a 50 for Red. We'll have to see how SQ wants to play around it. Just a little stutter. Red doesn't spend.
Goes for the fuzzy.
Oh, the cross
going here. That's gonna kill. That was looking like SQ's round in game to win, but RedIAmNot pulls the game out of the ashes.
Yes, still on set point though. SQ already with a very strong start here. We've got positive meter bonus off of just a stray hit on round start, confirming that far slash into the Dauro. But right now, oh gosh, guaranteed burst point, 100% tension. We spend for the YRC, and now we're pushing RedIAmNot to the corner.
Oh, what a throw! That was so risky! Try to get the YRC out. SQ not gonna bite and get another chance. Now at a dodge.
If we want to, we just try to stay safe here. Sense the windshield wipers.
Oh no, threw the wrong sword. Ghost Gary's level 3, the sword isn't gonna take care of it. Clashes with the 6P, not gonna clash this time.
We spend it. YRC.
Wow, good tech from SQ. Absolutely fearless even in moments like that. Good block, RedIAmNot has one more opportunity and spends it on the 6P. We're going to another game 5.
That's what we saw versus Classified. Classified and Red pulling out that 6P at the very last moment. When we go for that slash attack, close slash, far slash, anything, that 6P through the sword toss has turned fruitful.
Man, that is crazy. RedIAmNot going through 2 game 5s back to back. Has been put in these situations before, literally in the last set. Will they be able to do it again?
It's the burst there, but takes away the Wild Assault. 50% burst left for Red. Big counter hit. That's going to turn into some great damage here. We only have one sword though.
Gotta block below here. Goes for it. Great defensive sequence is rewarded with the corner and rewarded with big damage there as well.
What happened to her health bar?
Oh, goes for the burst as well. Got the 50 out that they were looking for, and now RedIAmNot, who was down before, is now sitting on set point.
Long distance game here. SQ near burst built. Keeping Red at bay, keeping them stuck in the corner, building up this tension, building the burst gauge. The backdash gets caught by the close slash. The small space, the stutter step. SQ gets the positive meter bonus, the knockdown. She wants to stay in the driver's seat here.
And I think that if I'm RedIAmNot, my whole plan for this round is to control the burst gauge as much as possible. Don't spend mine, make sure that SQ spends hers, and then go into this last round with a huge advantage.
So close to 100% tension.
There we go, bursts out from SQ. Exactly as it goes from the last round. Now RedIAmNot maybe looking to keep on to this burst as well.
SQ now with 50. Doesn't seal the corner here. That's a pickup. We're going to be able to go through the wall. We're going to be able to go to a final game, final round here.
Final game, final round, but even regardless, if you look at the UI, you can see that the clear advantage is in the favor of RedIAmNot. One wrong opportunity from SQ could be fatal. Here it comes. The onslaught of Behemoth is here. So much damage is off the table. It already goes for the wall break. Look at that. 90% is already gone. Only needs one more touch.
Oh, the JD right over the whiffed 6P allows Red to get the punish and the victory, and now has earned the rematch.
Enough talk about basketball. We got to talk about the violence that's about to go on here. Grand finals. We've got Classified on the winner side. We've got RedIAmNot on the loser side. Let's get this going and see who's going to be our TNS 166 champion.
Already with a quick burst. Classified's been chilling for about 10 games straight because they've been waiting on a winner's side grand finals, just waiting for this opportunity. This whiff punish is still already so clean. The burst out from Red, trying to get a bit of a fuzzy situation, doesn't come out.
Wow, Kara 6H, Kara 6P as well. Classified now finds himself on the back foot. RedIAmNot with the combo drop. Not gonna matter too much though. Gets the meter barely while doing the input. Good optimization by RedIAmNot.
The flex shield's out. This is my game and I want it now.
Classified.
Solid damage. This is enough. He's a hefty boy. It's close.
Oh my god. Not gonna die though. Blocking the BRC. I don't know what Classified did, but it got blown up there by the 684. RedIAmNot's on the board first.
Yeah, a bit of a fuzzy escape attempt, I'm gonna assume, but right now we're keeping Red in the corner. Blocking that JD does nothing. Yes, RedIAmNot's been doing a great job of instant blocking Classified's block strings, but they're so aware and they spend the resources just to stay safe. Oh, the Wild Assault going through the Spiral Arrow.
Man, I see it in the chat there. Regardless of what happens, we are going to be crowning a new champion of TNS. So much on the line right now.
Oh, I had to hold my breath for a moment. I wasn't sure if they were going to get hit or not. Classified ties it up on rounds. Burst available for Red still. Classified had to spend their own.
Getting some deja vu of the end of that SQ RedIAmNot set, where even though Red found themselves losing it in that last round, we saw them with a massive burst advantage.
The massive shout out to Air Claws evening out. We're at $125 now in the pot thanks to their $29.50 donation. Thank you very much. These players definitely putting on a good show and a good 5K. That disjoint connecting against the Spiral Arrow allows for that first game in their favor.
The first game of the grand finals is going to be going to RedIAmNot. Now, I will have to say, Classified can take a deep breath knowing that regardless of how this set goes, he will always have another chance even after the reset.
We'll have to see. Red's playing a little hot. They just played 2 back-to-back sets. Game 5 wins. Classified maybe iced out a little bit after winning in winners finals, having to wait all this time.
Yeah, kind of the layer 6 billion mind games. Now realizing that. Oh wow, backdash on the BT. Love that from Classified, kind of flexing a little bit of that matchup knowledge that a lot of people may not have.
Yeah, leaning into this jump dust right now. Classified tried some anti-airs, but has not really been able to fully punish the consistent use that Red has presented. That was kind of cheap.
Oh, wow, what a conversion! But buffering the supers might be able to pay off here. Is Classified out of the way? And he sure is.
Wake up. Not enough. We're able to go through the wall here. Elects not to spend the super for the knockdown. Wants to spend it to have access to the damage afterwards.
Shouldn't be any burst being spent here. Will Classified be able to kill Red RC? Should get enough wall damage, and RedIAmNot going for the burst.
Stay
with the 5K there.
Able to press out, maybe a little high. Classified definitely understanding where we were on the screen. There's that 5P anti-air. It was being used very well in their previous set, and now maybe we've found the answer.
Oh no, the ID back getting caught there.
That
What
2P.
a soul read by RedIAmNot. RedIAmNot going for the cheek across the plans.
Plenty of damage. There goes the 862 trying to stay in. Half circle back. 862 once more to seal it out and Classified. They spent their burst early but didn't get stuck to the wall, so they're not able to build much back. There's this backdash once again.
Good backdash that time though, has been so diligent about playing active defense around these behemoth typhoons.
Tries to IBFD on the way out, but we're staying in. switching in their seat. Classified has red stuck, but the 684 comes out. Are we going to go for the side swap? No, mid-screen. There's the corner take. And the deflect shield.
At the very end. Oh my goodness, Classified gets the tap dust as well. Super is going to be more than enough to take it, and it's all tied up.
A little bit of time to warm up is all that it takes. And now we're at 1 apiece here. This is the momentum decider. Whoever takes this is going to be feeling a little bit better. If Classified is able to take the lead, they're going to be 1 step closer to a clean win without a reset.
It is looking prime. So far, both of these players playing incredibly well, I must say. Especially Classified. I mean, such good defensive awareness in regards to these BTs.
Get off of me, but we're right back in. Plus frames. We'll eat these plus frames.
Oh no!
Tries to poke out.
Can't say what that press was, but it doesn't look too good for Class. Let's get something else started here.
/I'm maybe a 1080 PRC or something, catching something on counter hit.
2S putting in the work. This should be a block. Does RedIAmNot have the meter to make it safe? They sure do. They jump it. Oh no, but they mess up the punish. So scary. Gets the burst out of their own. And what looked like an incredible situation for RedIAmNot now looks about even. Tries to salvage what they can with the 2P and does.
You can go there a little bit. Classified's got to feel happy that the burst came out from Red, though.
There we go. Could be connected to special. 720.
Oh,
wow, my people need
really
me.
Cute.
Yep, I'm out of here. Will Class be able to build up first? Time is able to get out.
Trying to go for the tension crush there. Moves in. Still has the 50, and playing around it allows Red the opportunity. The 2K comes out 2-1 here on the verge of a reset. Classified's trying to fight back.
Yeah, so far, so good from both sides. RedIAmNot keeping it about even when the bracket reset is in order. Gotta see what adjustments Classified can make. So far, they've been playing really well, but just 1 or 2 key mistakes per round has been the difference here for RedIAmNot to go on top.
Yeah, access to burst has been very crucial to Classified's victories so far in this set. Moving in, the 2D catches the spacing, staying right in their face, not allowing Red to escape the gold burst. Is going to give Classified a lot of room to move with, but does not maintain positive meter bonus in order to get that 50% tension. Now moving forward, the Behemoth Typhoons come out. Bit of a neutral situation coming from that interaction. Backdashes the 486, and now the anti-airs allowing Classified the offense. 50% tension. We stay on the same side. The 1080 PRC. The backdash caught once more. Left guard comes out, tries to move through, but the 862 connects, and the OTG allows the seal out. Classified on the brink of an reset here. These instant blocks have been so crucial for RedIAmNot, and the security cancel. The security cancel allows Red to stay pressuring, and this might be enough to kill. It's gonna be close, but I'm not sure. Get the cheeky tension crush. An all-timer. If Classified can take this back, we have 50% tension. You gotta be careful. Both players, and the 2K comes out. RedIAmNot seals the reset 3-1. We are now all on the loser's side at 0 apiece. Red versus Classified, Goldlewis versus Giovanna. Our last set of the night.
It's all tied up here when you think about it. That winner side advantage is now gone. Classified still has 3 more games to go, and Nightmare still holding it down with the $10 donation as we head here into the last 5-game set of the evening.
Gets the clash, but this time the Behemoth Typhoon doesn't connect, and Classified got the victory out of that situation.
So just here, Kara's the JD into FD.
Just comes out from Classified. Red with 50% tension, 5k counter hit allows the confirmation, but without 50 on Classified's side, we can't throw PRC.
This may kill here. Oh, my end just making sure of it. Goes for the BT as well. So much damage.
Red's looking very strong tonight.
Classified still just trying to keep things slowed down. But I'm not trying to take this momentum all the way.
Deflect guard able to push them out and allows Classified the opportunity to move forward now.
There we go. Continuing the BT chain. And there it is. RedIAmNot going to go up game number 1, carrying the momentum through from that loser side set.
Firmly in the driver's seat right now. Classified has gotten hits and advantages here and there, but hasn't been able to leverage that into a full round very frequently. It's come out a few times, and they got 1 game under their belt in the previous set. But right now, Red is just awfully strong at the moment.
There you go. Got to see what Classified can do in terms of adjustments. RedIAmNot has been one-chancing Classified this entire time. Gotta see if that's gonna change anytime soon.
This, with the drone out after the burst, it's a very clear driver's seat there, but pushing into the corner, Classified is able to get the overextension with the dash 5k. Turns it into a corner situation, but doesn't finish the combo. Red retakes the corner.
Puts themselves back in the corner as well. Should do it. Whip on the throw. Looking real rough. Oh, trying to get out of the way of the JD. And
spent 100. They weren't able to FD all the way through. Red takes the kill with Chipp.
Oh no. So far, this JD has been putting in the work. Allowed RedIAmNot to take that last interaction. Great IB.
Those instant blocks have been coming up so frequently. I think now that Classified's so aware of them in this last few games, it's trying to change up their block strings. But Red is finding these opportunities and really understanding when Classified wants to try and re-pressure.
Man, this is looking real bad for Classified, to be honest. Still obviously going in with the Giovanna, but just has had a couple of mistakes that have really sealed the deal here in just about all of these.
Possible last game of the night. 6P gives Classified an opportunity, and the burst comes out from Red here. Right now, Classified's fighting back and sending them back to central screen.
Class has not been willing to go for the throws and the strike throw pressure. It's hit low.
Here's the 8-4-2. Attention spent. This is an opportunity for Classified.
Well, what a combo there. Great job on the whip punish. Should be able to kill, and it does. Classified showing some signs of life here.
Behemoth Typhoon, overhead, 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 backdashes the low.
Oh my gosh, gets hit. Still goes in with the JD. RedIAmNot just 1 or 2 touches away from set point. What does Classified have to say about it?
Trying to repressure. That spiral arrow's gotten punished so many times. Red, maybe with a fuzzy, maybe with a call out, whatever it is, it's punishing Class's attempts to just try and escape, to try and keep their pressure sticky enough. The JD comes in, counter hit, knockdown. We have the drone set up to maintain pressure.
Classified now finally finding a health advantage. Something that is awfully rare in this set. Good block on both BTs. Not going to be enough though, only getting a 5k for his troubles.
Mercy comes out very well placed there, catching Red in the middle of Behemoth Typhoon attempt.
No way punishes with the far slash. So far, Classified's pressure has been great. RedIAmNot's defense has been better. PRC is there, and with the 268, RedIAmNot completes the clean sweep in grands and will be your TNS 166 champion.